Hey, what's up, guys? We are back at it again, live on YouTube to test out your top Clash Royale decks. The strategy here is simple. First game of the day, we're going to be playing our deck, but every game after, we're going to be playing yours. So if you're wondering, yeah, this is one of the better decks in Clash Royale. Yeah, it's a little bit toxic. And yes, we are going to be playing it because no one's popped into the chat yet to be able to play and show us the decks. If you guys haven't been a part of this channel before and subscribed, then you know, if you do subscribe, you have a higher likelihood of popping into these games a little bit quicker and making sure that you get to put your deck in the chat. Whoever says the deck first in the chat, I'll be playing their deck. So literally, there's no pay to win advantage. It's just subscribe to win out here. Yeah. Also, if you guys want to see this happen more frequently, like the video. It goes a long way. It allows me to do this more in the future. But yeah, subscribing enables you guys a chance of getting in this a little bit more frequently than others. All right, so we're going to go for a Void here. We should be fine. I mean, that's a very dead wizard. And then I'm pretty sure the Pekka isn't going to be able to kill this because we can Knight. Ooh, never mind. Okay, oops. That is a certifiable oops for us, guys. That is not it. Anyway, we can maybe do something here. It's not looking great, but as long as we kill the ghost, I'm very, very happy. And that's not going to happen, is it? Okay. All right, we get arrows. We could go for a fisherman in the middle. So then we get to go and pull the royal ghost, and also the little prince is going to die, so that's cool. Does pop an ability, so he's spending a lot of elixir there, which is fine. I mean, it's okay for us, because the way I see it is if you pop ability, and you do that, you probably don't have that much elixir now. We might go in for a Pekka, but I think we're going to be able to outcycle you. So our strategy here is go opposite lane, because all the units that he counter pushes with, we just want to make sure that he's not going in the side that he wants to go in. He cycles Pekka. That's going to be 7 elixir. We drop a solid 9 elixir with the Night Witch and the Giant. And the way that I see it is if I drop 9 elixir here, sure, it's maybe a little bit more elixir than you, but you're going to be spending a couple more cards to get back to your Pekka before we're going to be back to the card that we want. So, I mean, you're going to be screwed here is basically what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not good for him. All right, we're going to try to go Void. Really good positioning from our opponent, but then again, we do clip the Wizard, so did just die. So we're in an okay spot. Wizard did not die as we expected. Feels bad, man. All right, we can go for a Fisherman here. It's able to pull that. And then I think we're in an okay spot. If he voids, it's also a lot of elixir spent, so there is that. And then we can go for a giant Night Witch, and I think we do eventually outcycle this guy. Maybe I'm absolutely crazy for thinking that, but I think that we kill the Pekka every time with this, so it's not a bad decision. Also, if the Pekka dies and the giant gets a hit, then all the counter pushing stuff he's dropping on the other side isn't that big of a deal. He uses Void on top of the Fisherman, so he's not going to be able to hit our Wizard. And then I think we can go Knight here, and our Wizard locks on his a bit faster because just having that ability to lock on the Pekka is pretty nice. Definitely going for a Void here and then drop a Giant as quickly as we can. Making sure that, you know, most importantly, we preserve our fast cycle, and then we can maybe get damage from that. We'll have to wait and see if the Pekka redirects on the Wizard, and it does. Go for a Knight here, guarantee that we don't lose the game. And then, as per usual, we want to go in for a Fisherman to pull the Wizard. This is one of those games where I'm feeling like, you know, not necessarily the best matchup in the world or anything like that, but it's viable, you know, we vibe with it. All right, we're going to do this. We'll be able to pull that. It does die, right? Very cool. And it does not end up crushing us. We can go in for a Giant and then a Phoenix. And then we can Void on whatever ranged card he drops. Probably a Wizard soon, so what I'm expecting at least right now. We'll see if it happens the way we expect or not. Anyway, we do end up killing that, so that's good. And then we can go in for a Night Witch here. And then I think we're in an okay spot if we just go for a Wizard. A bit of an aggressive play, but I mean, I think we have to when he's going to be dropping that amount of elixir at the bridge. Yeah, he's still going in for the win. You know, I respect the hustle. I respect the spam. Not something I love seeing here, but I respect it, you know. All right, we're going to go in for a Knight, and then with the Phoenix, we do end up cleaning this all up. If I Giant, it's not going to give us that much, but I do want to Giant directly into this and maybe try to outcycle him again. So that's our strategy here. Sacrificing the Giant, but for the greater good, you feel me? The Giant might get one hit on the tower if we're lucky. If not, then whatever. Does not get that slap. I guess I go in for a Night Witch here, and then we can maybe go in for a defense afterward, like win Wizard. Trying to follow through with this. He does have the evolved battle ramps. This is looking a lot worse for us now. Really not what we wanted to see, not gonna lie, but you know, maybe we can still pull off a defense here. I'm gonna try to pull everything to the other side, as you guys can see with the Night Witch. I think that was a really good play. And then I think we're okay if we can go in for a Wizard on the Wizard, and then go in for a Fisherman here, and then Knight afterward. Our strategy now is going to be trying to go in for a lot of defensive cards. It's not going to work out. Unfortunately, we did match into someone with a Pekka when we were running Giant, so not necessarily the best start for us. But hey, GG and well played to our opponent. We'll jump on the next one. You know, it's always first game of the day that we lose. Just kind of how it is. No audio? No, there is game audio. You guys should be able to hear it. Let me know in the chat if you guys have been able to hear the game audio. There should be game audio. I think the guy was just trolling us. Let me know, though. Let me know if there is somehow no game audio. Anyway, yeah, let's see the very first deck that someone recommended. We'll be playing as many as we can today. Bowler, Balloon, E-Drag, I-Drag, Tornado, Barbell, Freeze, Evo, Knight. All right, so try to also have 2 evolutions in your guys' decks, please. That would make it a lot easier, but you know. I did say we will play the very first deck. We'll be playing a couple of the first decks, but yeah. All right, so we have Bowler in there. We also want to put Balloon, E-Drag, I-Drag. So this is one of those decks. Also, I'll be rating every deck that we play, and we'll see which one is the best one today. I think that's kind of fun, just being able to say, hey, we're testing out every single one of your guys' decks and seeing which one works the best. All right, so we want to put in an E-Drag here. I'll put it in Inferno Dragon as well and see what we can do. When opposite lane against the Pekka was good. I think we dropped a Giant a few too many times into the Pekka. I was hoping that we could outcycle, but when he went in for the Evo Battle Ram and I realized, oh, wait, I don't have a great response to this, I just immediately died. All right, so let's do this. And then let's make sure it's by Elixir. It's a little bit easier to sort that way. We want to have Evo Knight in there as well. I think we had that in our deck already. And you wanted me to put in... Ooh. Freeze Barbell. Okay. Respectable. Why is it? Let's do it this way. Yeah, it's better that way. Barbell. And then we got Freeze in there. And then I think we have Balloon as well. I think it's Balloon, Freeze, Lumberjack. Yeah, it's the exact same thing that we see all the time. We want to have Tornado in there as well. So where is the Tornado? We're missing one card, and it has to be Balloon, right? It is Balloon. All right, yeah. So if you're ever suggesting a deck, always try to suggest the most optimal version, and the most optimal version will always have 2 evolutions. I'm gonna be humoring you and playing with 1 evolution in this game, but you know, if we want to push up, generally 2 is a little bit better. Also, Taylor, I will be playing your deck soon. Thank you for the $5, man. All right, so obviously you want to go for Knight first play if you can, if you have the ability to go and spam evolutions. You want to be doing that. As I said before, evolutions are a little bit overpowered, so you know, you kind of got to go and drop them every chance you can. We're going to go in for a Bowler in the same side as the Little Prince. He's going to go in for an aggressive play with a Miner and also Goblins. He spent a bunch of Elixir there. He loses everything, so that's good for us overall. Didn't matter if the Barbell got hit by the Goblin or not, because it's not going to get damage on the tower into a Dagger Duchess anyway. This is a really bad play on our opponent's end. He's kind of overcommitting like crazy. He's already down Elixir with Miner, and now he's in a perilous position where he is playing against someone with Bowler, Balloon, Freeze, and he's down like a solid 6 Elixir. So we'll see how this goes for him. I feel like this is going to go pretty well for us, especially if we can get a good freeze. So I'm going to go and do that right now. I don't know if this is going to get a hit on the tower, but bare minimum, it does do death damage, I believe. And freezing the tower is good because our Inferno Dragon will stay alive longer. And then the Inferno Dragon is hard for him to finish off because guess what? He has no daggers left. So takes some damage there as well. So we're currently winning the game, not by a wide margin, but by a little bit, you know? We vibe with that. So now if you're wondering, like, what do? I cycle the Knight because if I go for the Bowler, that's going to be our best answer to the Mortar. So definitely want to save that and cycle for the Mortar. And unless he does something else, like, that's going to be our best bet. I mean, I guess we could cycle the Electro Dragon Barbell on the Bowler. Instead of the Bowler on the Mortar, or Barbell on the Goblins, go for the Inferno Dragon and get value that way. I think that's fine as well. Oh wow, he's just doing the exact same play, but this time it worked even worse for him. All right, well that's good for us. We'll do this. We'll Electro Dragon the same side, so then you know we have both sides completely covered. Interesting to see him do that. I think if we go in for a prediction here and we go in for the Balloon and then Inferno Dragon directly on the Mortar, that's going to be our best play. Oh, beautiful. I love making predictions and outplaying opponents. It's just a very satisfying thing. When you play better than someone and you deserve your damage, it's like, wow, you got him, you know? All right, we can freeze and then possibly get a good trade here. Didn't really work out as planned. I mean, it's maybe going to lock tower, but if it locks in, it locks on Little Prince. Well played by our opponent. Seriously, I didn't expect him to do that. I thought it would lock tower there. It seemed like it would. All right, we're going to go for a Knight, and then I think we can go in for a Bowler on the other side, because unlike, okay, he's really going to pop the ability there. This guy's Wild Child. He really is. All right, we'll Barbell. We'll clean that up. Definitely be able to finish that off. We'll go in for the another Inferno Dragon. If he continuously does the same play. He does a delivery, and then he'll probably go Mortar later. Isn't that bad for us? I mean, having a position where we can Inferno Dragon and then go in for a freeze Pretty nice. To be able to cheese with the freeze. As you guys can see, we are doing whatever we please. And then we're going to go for a tornado. We can lock that into the tower. And then go in for another balloon because the Dagger Duchess is completely in an abysmal position where it has no daggers left over. And we're able to get the Inferno Dragon directly on the mortar and then possibly get in another freeze here and win the game. But one of the reasons that Balloon Freeze is really strong in the meta, or at least stronger than it used to be, is because Cannoneer used to kill it very well. But if you have Freeze, you're able to make sure that you get to eliminate any potential of your opponent going in for the Dagger Duchess replenishing all of their stuff. You're able to freeze on top of your opponent's stuff that are range cards. And also on top of that, you know, it's just a good thing where your opponent doesn't have the Cannoneer to kill your balloon instantaneously. So huge benefits there all around. I like the concept of the deck right now, but I think it's really weak compared to other decks at the top tier just because you only have one evolution. So generally some of the better evolutions right now to play, Evolved Skeletons are super strong, Evolved Bomber is okay. I don't really like Evolved Archers at all. They just die to arrows. They're pretty bad. I would say they're one of the worst ones in the game. Evolved Tesla is really unfair right now, by the way. You could do something like this. If you wanted to play a more defensive deck, you put in the Evolved Tesla instead of one of the spells like Barbarrel. If you really wanted to, you could do something like that. Because you already have the Buller. So this is like a more defensive version of the deck. You could also do something like this. Could even go in for... What else are we thinking? I don't know. Wizard. Wizard Evolution is probably pretty good. I'd say Wizard Evolution definitely vibes and slaps pretty hard. You could take out the Electro Dragon and put in a Wizard and keep the Barbarrel, and I kind of like that the most, actually. So I would do something along this lines. I don't love Electro Dragon as a card anymore. It dies to the Dagger Duchess, and it just doesn't really perform what it's supposed to, in my opinion. So I think if we wanted to make this deck... Oh, I forgot Wizard is boosted for this season, right? Definitely is. All right, yeah, so I would do something like this. This is probably the deck that I would play, or the deck that I would suggest the most. Your deck currently, I mean the earlier version that we just played in that game, man, I'd rate it probably like, I don't know, 7 out of 10. Not great, right? You only have one evolution, but the concept's really good against Dagger Duchesses. So we'll say 7 out of 8, and we'll jump to the next one. All right. Let's keep going. Grab some other ones. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. So, I think... All right. We're taking a look. We have... Smurf Blade stack. Evo Wizard. All right, let's just see if I can copy it off of your profile, man. See if that works. Usually I can copy your profile pretty quickly. What rank are you at, my guy? Where are you at on the leaderboards? Yeah, I don't see you. I still have you as a friend? All right, I guess I'll just copy it. So we have Evo Wizard, Evo Ram, Lumberjack. Wait, you have a Lumberjack in your deck? That's kind of crazy, man. That'd be wild. I haven't seen someone play Evo Battle Ram in a bit. I mean, maybe it's just I haven't been playing against it that much, but yeah, I guess like the first game of the day. But other than that, haven't seen it that much. All right, so I'm gonna go grab the Royal Ghost, and we'll put in a Lumberjack, and then we'll keep going. Pekka Void Zap. Ooh, Pekka Void Zap is fun. I'm surprised you're not running Evo Zap over the Evo Battle Ram. Is there any reason for that? Like, I've seen a lot of people when I was looking at the deck. I was looking at most people playing Evo Zap over Evo Battle Ram. I don't know. I'm just interested to hear what you have to say about that. Explain yourself, Smurf Blade. If you guys are unaware, Smurf Blade is one of the best Pekka players in the world. So it's cool that he gave us this. Oh, check Supercell ID and see if it shows. Yeah, sometimes Supercell ID glitches out. You're right. All right, so play here is we're just going to go Royal Ghost, and we can activate King Tower against this Firecracker. So we'll just do that, I think. Yeah, this is well worth. I mean, it's going to be a good fireball for our opponent for sure. But overall, not the worst thing in the world. We activated King Tower, so I can't be too pressed about it. We're going to go Pekka here a little bit lower so it targets the Hog Rider first. With the King Tower, we don't take any more than one hit. If it was no King Tower activation, it would have been 3 Pekka shots, which would have been pretty bad. Go Battle Ram here. I think it's fine to do. chance that it breaks through. We'll see. All right, we're not going to be able to do any extra damage here. We're not even going to be able to kill the Firecracker, but the Firecracker does die to our tower. There is that big benefit here. The Firecracker does not get any extra damage on our tower here. Also, we know that our opponent is going to be playing a version of Hog Rider that's super, super aggressive with Firecracker. So, you know, like when that stuff happens, it is what it is. We'll be playing our best here. Go Royal Ghost in the back. And then maybe go in for a Little Prince as well. You love to see it. If we want to go Wizard, I think that's an okay play. We can go for Little Prince. We can go Lumberjack. We can go Pekka. Oh, that Firecracker is a nuisance. All right. Not necessarily the start that we were looking for, but it is something that we will accept for now. Man, I don't know if this is good. I mean, I have to avoid on defense. It's the only way to shut down the Hog Rider for an even trade or a better trade, so I'll take it. Void is pretty strong against Hog Rider, as you guys can see. I do love that. I really, really like using Void like that. It's a pretty cool concept. If you guys are unaware, the Battle Ram just dies. It straight up dies to the opponent. If you go in for the Battle Ram into a Void, or sorry, into the Dagger Duchess, it just dies. So, kind of an unfortunate reality, but it is what it is. Make sure it doesn't splash onto my tower here. We'll go for a Void on top of this. Make sure he drops something on the other side if he wants to defend this. Like he doesn't really care that much. He'll probably go Skeletons or Bond Tower. He'll drop both. We'll see. Delivery is pretty annoying. Alright, we'll go Ghost. Alright, we might have to Void on top of a Hog Rider. Not really what I want to do, but it is what it is. Alright, we can Lumberjack here with a Pekka. Okay. Usually that doesn't feel great. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can cook a little bit. I don't know. Yo, the fact that this is not killing makes me sad. But maybe we can still do something. Gets back to another one. Feels bad, man. I think we can go Ghost here, and then we can figure some stuff out after. Still possible for us to win, but it's not looking great. Probably want to peck at the river. Yeah, this is a tough one. Not gonna lie. Oh, I was kind of hopeful that that would work a little bit better than that, but it's fine. Maybe we can still do something. I would try to do this. Go Lumberjack. Do this. Go for that. Damn, a lot more. Ooh. Man, it's just not... This is just such a tough one because he ends up having Fireball in the deck, too. If he had Earthquake like normal people, like, I think we would have been fine, but he has, like, Trail Delivery and Fireball. Makes this so much harder to play into. Yeah, I think we do lose this one. I mean, I'm going to still try. I mean, we can go in for, like, a Lumberjack here and then a Royal Ghost. I do want to play this again because I don't really think this was, like, a fair representation of a meta. I don't think that we'll be playing against Hog Rider Firecracker with a delivery and also Fireball. That was pretty insane. This matchup is nowhere near ideal. Fireball, delivery, log, Firecracker, Bomb Tower is something I never faced as Smurfblade. Yeah, I don't think that's really a fair. I think that's just kind of a hard counter. We'll jump on to the next game and we'll probably not get hard countered like that. I don't know. I think that's a really garbage deck from our opponent that somehow, you know, managed to hard counter that deck. The only reason I'm going to be playing another one with this is because I think that that was just, like, unrealistic. All right, ranked 100 player in the world. Let's go. This is going to be a more fun match. I like playing against good players that have, you know, even matchups, not, like, 100-0 matchups. Like, that last one was just crazy. I don't really know what else to say about that one. Like, I don't have arrows for the Firecracker when the Firecracker is, like, dying to arrows every single time, and now it's, like, not that great of a card, so kind of funny that that was the case. All right. Lumberjack to just pull us the other side, I think. That's definitely the best play. I mean, we're going to be able to kill all the barbarians. We can go in for our wizard afterward. And he's probably going to avoid this, but I'm pretty sure that we're in a position where we can kill most of the skeleton dragons. And most of the other stuff, too. I didn't even void. What the heck? Alright, I guess we do this. So the wizard is going to die afterward, I think. Oh, okay. I guess we can go ghost. We can do a lot of different things. This is a really good position for us to be in. I'm so used to playing against Dagger Duchess, and the fact that it doesn't have Dagger Duchess is insane. So we'll take it, you know, we're in a decent spot. I might go for the 3 crown here. I'm not as experienced with Pekka. I don't know if this is the right play. I bet you goes Pekka in the back, and then he tries to go barbarians on us. Or maybe he goes in for Megamia, and then he barbarians us afterwards. Probably better for us to not go ghost there in the same side, but did it anyway. There's no doubt this Megamia is going to be a menace. Okay, this is really, really good, actually. Surprised you would do that. We just pop ability, and then we void afterward. I'm pretty sure that we might be able to kill this completely. Only like 1 hit on our tower, if that. Yeah, just 1. Not bad. Evo Skellies die to the Lumberjack splash. And then the Battle Ram goes through. That might take tower. That was really good. Let's go, guys. Heck yeah. That's what we love to see. Against a top 100 player, outplaying them like that. That's such a good vibe. All right, we can go for a Royal Ghost at the river because he doesn't have a good card cycle to kill this. Yeah, he's going to have to Barbarians, and that's not a card that you want to drop ever. All right, we're going to go for a Pekka in the back, and then we'll go for a Wizard. The reason why we're going Pekka first is because we don't want the Wizard to get splashed onto by a Void or something. We probably have. All right, I don't know this interaction, but yeah, I'm going to probably go for this. Maybe just Battle Ram here. And then Void. It's probably going to get Barbarians. Something along those lines. I think the Battle Ram does connect to the tower, so that's a lot of damage. Or the Barbarians do connect to the tower. Maybe Pekka here. He's almost certainly going to go in for a Barbarians, but the Barbarians get splashed down by the Wizard, so huge value for us. And we can just Lumberjack after. Good Skeletons by our opponent. Smart play. I think Wizard locks tower, and then we should win the game, though. So GG. Very easy win. As you guys can see, like, this deck's pretty good. We beat a top 100 player. We did lose against someone that is very low ranked, that just decided to have, like, the worst matchup imaginable for us. But sometimes you can lose against people that are unranked when you are, like, a ranked player at top 1,000. And you can lose against people way worse than you. Like, we're way better than that guy, right? From a rank perspective. And then sometimes because your deck, like, matchup is good or whatever, you can beat people way better than you as well. Like, this guy is objectively better than me. So sometimes Clash Royale just has a weird way of letting it work out in your favor and not in your favor. Like this guy, 324 in the world, 3,200 medals. That's insane. He's significantly better than me at the game. Nothing really changed besides matchup. That's the only thing. We're vibing with it. We're having a pretty good time, guys. All right. All right, let's take a look at some of the donation messages, and then we'll go back to the top, and then we'll play some other decks that people have recommended. All right, so Taylor says, Evo Wall Breakers, Evo Bats. Dude, Taylor, I already respect the fact that you gave me 2 evolutions. So straight up, thank you for that. Anyway, didn't rate this Pekka deck yet. I would say like an 8.5 out of 10. It's a really strong deck. I like the fact that Lumberjack rages up the Battle Ram. And if you're able to do that, I mean, hey, it's definitely going to be a good deck. All right, wait, let's take a look if we can go to Supercell ID really fast. Go here. And then go back and see if we can see Smurfblade. Smurfblade should be on my list now. I don't know where he is, but he should pop into my list. Ah, there he is. Oh, wrong person. The Smurfblade right now, you know, he's very, very good. That's the guy that suggested the deck. He's ranked 400 in the world whenever he plays. And top 544 in the world. And that Pekka deck is the deck that he's using. So, shout out to Smurfblade. This deck is phenomenal. Already an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Usually, things do not get that high of a rating right out of the jump. But man, this deck is ridiculously good. It's time to see if anything else can beat it today. Allowing me to beat a top player, top like 100 player, top 300 player, like that's already a pretty good sign, you know? Like that's a seal of approval for me. MK, so that has to be Mega Knight, right? Go and grab the Mega Knight real quick. Minor Prince. What else we can do? Where is the Prince, my dudes? Where it be? Log, Little Prince, Poison. All right. We got a log here. And then we want to put in a Little Prince wherever it is. Actually, it's already in the deck, right? And then we want Poison. The Poison got a lot worse. It actually does less damage than Fireball to Tower now. So if you guys are wondering, Expo kind of beats Goblin Drill because you can go opposite lane the entire time. And you can force the Poisons on top of the Expo while you Fireball cycle the Drill player. And it's interesting because Poison is just really bad comparatively to Fireball in a lot of matchups now. Because also, Poison is over time. Fireball is immediate. Just want to let you know that. In a lot of decks that require you to break through buildings or are more fast-paced like Mega Knight, I would personally not play Poison. I would always play Fireball. That's my preference. Or I wouldn't run a big spell and I would just run arrows. Just want to let you know that I don't like the inclusion of Poison in this deck anymore. Poison used to be a lot better, but it does less damage to towers, so in my opinion, it's just like inferior, straight up. All right, we're going to go for a Poison here. I didn't know if he's going to have Void like a normal person, but he is not a normal person. Kai is running like one of the weirder decks I've played against in a while. One of the wall breakers connects, so that's pretty big. We can go in for a Prince here at the river. I don't necessarily love doing that, but we'll figure it out. I can go for a Prince in the right-hand side as well, and we can go wall breakers with that. And then we go opposite lane because he's likely to start a Lava Hound on the same side. Okay, yeah, easy Mega Knight value. That's huge. All right, so we're going to wait a little bit, and then we'll drop our Mega Knight last second. All right, so we should be able to bounce everything back. Huge value. Oh my gosh. And he zaps it too. Yo, there's no way you're defending this, my guy. Mega Knight wall breakers in your face, my dude. There's no shot. That's game. That's tower. As you can see, I do think that Mega Knight is like pretty strong against lower level players that overcommit or don't necessarily know what they're doing. However, I don't think Mega Knight is a great card right now. I would say some of the better Mega Knight players in the game are really struggling. There might be a couple decks if I really dig down and dive deep into top ladder and find a couple. But I've been trying to find some fun Mega Knight decks, and there just haven't been. There haven't been any good ones recently, so it's been a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I don't want to lie to y'all and say something that's inaccurate. I want to tell you guys the truth. It's not necessarily the best deck right now. And that's okay. Maybe it'll be better in the next meta. All right, we're going to go Evil Bats here to guarantee that we get a good defense. We'll go for Wall Breakers in the middle because we're going to be able to tank for the Evil Bats a little bit longer, maybe. Oh, yeah. Look at that damage. Could have been better. I thought that was a lot more damage than it was. Oh, that's a little bit sad, not going to lie. It is funny, though. It is funny. It is a funny moment, for sure. All right, he's going to Barbs on it afterward, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That's the way that I would have played it as well, man. That was decent. I mean, he played that pretty well. He ended up not 3-crowning me, but did do a lot of damage. All right, let's see if he's able to defend this. I don't think he can. I mean, he's going to have to Fireball, and the Prince should hit the tower, and he loses. Yep. Exactly as we said. GG. He didn't have Barbs in cycle, so he was just dead. So, yeah, you know your opponent's card cycle, you're going to win the game because, they don't have cards in their hand to defend you. You spam them, they lose. For your deck, man, I'd probably rate it like right now, maybe like a 7.2. It's viable. It definitely works. There's a few downsides though. The number one downside is Poison sucks comparatively to Fireball. I just don't like it in this deck at all. If you're playing against Graveyard and you're losing against Graveyard, you want to be applying pressure so then they don't get the chance to Graveyard. If you're sitting back and Poison on Graveyards all the time, you're just going to lose the game anyway. It doesn't matter. Poison just shouldn't be in the deck. Fireball's better here. Also, I think arrows are way better with Mega Knight right now. I personally prefer like arrows in all of my Mega Knight decks because I really hate losing to Firecracker. Like you just don't want, especially at lower ladder, you don't want to be playing against someone that has this and then you look at them and you're like, you, sir, are running an evolution that dies to arrows. And sir, I do not have arrows. It's just a really bad experience. So, yeah, this is a terrible deck that he played. He won because I did not have an answer to this. But like, also, you would lose here as well into that. And your Mega Knight deck is way more prone to losing to Evo Firecracker, Evo Archers. Like, really, mid-ladder monsters destroy Mega Knight a lot. So, it's just not necessarily the most reliable deck without arrows. Arrows Fireball also allows you to kill Electro Dragons, which is a pretty cool interaction that a lot of people don't know. So, I might just swap it out for Arrows Fireball. And then I think your deck would operate a lot better, man. Or you could just put in an Evo Zap instead of, you know, one of these cards and then swap it out. Maybe like regular wall breakers, Evo Zap, and then arrows. And that also works. Totally up to you. Anyway, that's a couple suggestions that I would have. I just don't like poison and log in your spells. I really like arrows. Really, really like arrows. I think arrows are S tier card right now. All right, professional bot. I feel like you are memeing on the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube like bots that just spam us. Thank you for the $5. You're definitely not a bot. This is the first time that I've ever experienced someone pretending to be a bot that isn't a bot. Because every single time I look at the comment section, there are a massive amount of bots that I have to delete comments. It's the first time. First time, man. All right, well, whatever. We take it. We take it. So we'll do Evo Tesla, Evo Wizard, Executioner. Oh, no, dude. This deck is a little bit too clunky. It's got a little bit too much junk in his trunky. Not ideal. We don't love having high cost decks like this. If all of the cost of your cards are 4 and more, then it's probably not going to work well if I play against someone that knows what they're doing, because they can abuse the fact that I won't have a card that I need in my card cycle, and then they'll attack me and I just lose the game. Just something to keep in mind. We don't want to have decks that have very, very, very high cost cards the entire time. It's just, it kind of sort of ruins your cycle and it disallows you to get damage. Oh, man. Also, another thing that I'm looking at this deck, bro, we don't have a win condition. We don't have a tower targeting card. So after this game, this is going to be the only game that I play without a tower targeting card. If we don't have like a giant, if we don't have wall breakers, if we don't have miner, if we don't have something that can lock onto a tower, I'm not going to play the deck. My advice to you guys will be putting in a card that can target towers. I'll show you how painful this is. I'm not even that high, but it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough game. I'm playing against a rank 600 player, and I don't have a card that can target a tower. So all of my cards are going to get distracted, and it's going to be very hard for me to break through. It's just something to keep in mind. If you are playing at a higher level of gameplay, you need to have a tower targeting card. Otherwise, your deck is just bad. That's just right out of the jump, your max that I can give your deck is going to be a 6 out of 10. And it might get lower than that. I just have to be savage, you know? We have to cook in the kitchen. We have to be Gordon Ramsay out here, slicing and dicing your deck if it just doesn't work. And this is one of those decks that just does not work. It could maybe work if the guy just plays horribly, but I don't want to like hope that my opponent plays poorly, you know? Like right now, we're going to go for Tornado. And hopefully kill the Inferno Dragon, but this is not looking great. Might have just lost, honestly. All right, we're going to use Wizard and Executioner here, and then I think we're okay against the Lava Hound, but hard to say. I guess I'm going to Fireball, maybe. Yeah, I have to Fireball this. It's fine. All right, so we're still alive. Luckily for us, we have 17 different anti-air answers in our deck. So this might actually be a win. The difficulty is I have no real good reset besides Evolve Tesla into the Mr. Man, the Myth, the Legend, the Certified Savage that decides to run Inferno Dragon Lava Hound. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can cook. Maybe we will get cooked. We'll go in for our Executioner here. We'll probably do a similar strategy. I don't like having Electro Spirit in your Lava Hound deck. That doesn't make any sense, my guy. All right, so we'll do this. You can't avoid that, so he's in a pretty bad spot from that perspective. Probably drop Monk. We protect from the Inferno Dragon. Pop the ability. See what we can do. Goes in for the Inferno Dragon and also the Valkyrie. All right, very cool. That's a huge interaction for us. Because killing the Inferno Dragon means that we can not have to worry about anything. Tornado was super worth. Not necessarily the best interaction ever, but like it was a good interaction. All right, we'll go Wizard here, and then we'll allow him to do whatever he wants to that thing. I think it's better for us to go for like a Mega Knight in front of this and maybe make some good plays like Mega Knight Wizard and then possibly a Tesla depending on what we're feeling. It's okay, right? It's viable. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Fireball comes down. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. For Monk, put it here. This is not like the best interactions, but hey, maybe the mini packing can do something. I don't think so, but never know. This kills Inferno Dragon and pulls back the balloon, so we're totally fine with that. Also, it doesn't even kill. Wow. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Yo, let's Oh, bro. All right, we can pull the... I'm pretty sure we pull the Inferno Dragon into our Tesla. Straight up. I'm pretty sure I can do that. I believe we can fly. Yeah, maybe. Not looking phenomenal, my dudes. Even in a matchup where we have 17 anti-air responses, it's still not looking good. Because again, we have no answer to the Inferno Dragon, so it's kind of a bad situation. It's bad news bears a little bit. Not the worst, but it's kind of annoying. You know? Yo, don't hurt my wizard like that, man. What do you do to you? We're going to spam stuff at the river and hope it works. I'll probably go right into a Valkyrie and lose, but never know. Oh. Hey, we're going into a Valkyrie and winning. That's also cool. We like that. Oh, you know what we like a little bit more? Oh, that damage, though. We adore. Thank you, sir. Can I have some more, please? Oh, no. Or nor. Or nor. Or wait. Never mind. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Wait. I was whack? Oh, wait. I win. I was like, if the slow card cycle screws me there, I'm going to be so sad. I mean, honestly, out of all the decks that don't have a win condition, this might be like the best one without a win condition. Because like you could hypothetically go for an Executioner Tornado and get damage, or like use a Monk, the body block for your Wizard, and Mega Knight, Executioner, Mini Pekka push. But like the deck is still really bad. Like it's super bad. You need to adjust and put in a win condition. So I would personally remove like the Fireball or something and then put in a Ram Rider or a Balloon, or there's just so many different directions that you could take. Usually you want either an Executioner or a Wizard in the deck. Since you've already chosen the Wizard, I would take out the Executioner. You could also do that and maybe do like Ram Rider if it gets a buff. You could do Rail Hogs, do Graveyard, honestly. Like, a lot of different directions that you can go, man. A lot of different directions you can go. That might work. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need Mini Pekka, and I don't think you need Monk in the same deck as well. I think you could choose one or the other. And since a lot of your cards are prone to dying to spells, you're really like Void just wrecks your Wizards. I don't want Goblins in there to protect it. So I think this is a much better version of the deck that I would recommend. Hopefully this helps you out. Yeah, you'd have a lot more success if you learn how to play this deck correctly. You'll probably push up a lot. Your deck as is really bad. Can get a lot better. All right, Mega Knight, Evo Ram, Evo Zap, iDrag, Log, Little Prince, Tesla, Skarmy. All right, so we have 2 Evos. I'll play it. I'll allow it. And you also end up having a win condition. So you have Evo Ram. All right, cool. We'll play it. My 2 criteria for accepting your guys' decks right now, you need to have 2 evolutions. You also need to have a win condition. If you don't have that, then I can't play your deck because it's not viable. That's just how it is. Like, I can play different decks, but I choose not to because, like, I don't want to. I want to, like, actually have a contender for potentially better than Smurf Blade's deck. And the only way we're going to do that is eliminating decks right out of the jump that are bad. All right, so we want Skeleton Army in here. Can I upgrade it? This is one of those things that you guys get me to upgrade new cards. All right, so you upgrade Skeleton Army live on the stream for y'all. All right, we want to put in Log, Little Prince. We'll put in a Log. We want Little Prince in there as well, wherever he may be. And then we want to put in Tesla, Log. All right, we want regular Tesla, I guess. Evo Zap is interesting. And then we want to put in a couple other cards. We want iDrag. Ooh, Inferno Dragon. All right, that's the last one, right? right, cool. We will do it. We'll run it. We will run it, my dude. Let's see how it goes. This is your deck. So looking at it, cursory glance, I do like that you have, you know, a Wink Edition, and I like that you have 2 evolutions, but the rest of it just doesn't feel very cohesive. Like, you can Mega Knight and then Battle Ram, and that works maybe. And you have Zap Bait with the Inferno Dragon and then the Skeleton Army, but what if they have arrows, right? They just arrows your Skeleton Army, or like, they snowball the Skeleton Army and don't care about the Inferno Dragon. The Inferno Dragon isn't a threat. Your deck looks interesting. I will play. I think some things I would change right out of the jump is I'd probably remove Inferno Dragon. Like, if you have Tesla, you don't really need Inferno Dragon as well. You kind of pick which one you want to do. The Tesla, I feel like, feels bad, just because you already have anti-air defense with Little Prince and Inferno Dragon. So I probably would keep either or. Since your Tesla isn't evolved, I would probably run Inferno Dragon instead. A lot of bats. Mega Knight on that, I guess. We leaked a little bit of Elixir to make that happen. We could go Inferno Dragon, but I don't know. I feel like that's just a little bit risky. All right, cool. We're in Inferno Dragon here. Better than popping the ability. Oh, sure. If you kill that, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. He also loses everything. He loses the Inferno Dragon, countering everything. So, I mean, this is just bad for him, right? We can also zap on the bats, so then we can guarantee get a good connection on the Night Witch, too. Now he's just in a terrible spot. I mean, I can't say it isn't deserved. It is 100% deserved from this dude. And then we're going to go Battle Ram. I bet you go Skeleton Army so we can predict it with a log if we want to really flex on him. Oh, that would have been huge. Wait, we hit the bowler and we got a connection. Yo, that log was insane. I can't believe that worked. We knocked the bowler and disheveled it to the point that the Battle Ram got a connection through a bowler. Have you guys seen that before? I honestly haven't. I've never gotten a Battle Ram through a bowler, but I guess if you hit the best possible timing with a log, you can get through a bowler. That is insane to me. All right, we know he's going to go in for a void, so let's go and pop the ability and Inferno. Ah, rip. Rough. Rip, dip, potato chip. It's fine. It's fine. Fine, I say. Promise. Never not fine, guys. Dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? He's getting rip, dip, potato chipped. Yo, he got rip, dip, potato chipped so hard. And then he loses the bats. To be honest, he might be running Giant Graveyard, but he is not even walking. He's just straight up dead. Straight up. For real, for real. Alright, so yeah, the Inferno Dragon is great here. I feel like the Tesla, like in this matchup, the Tesla is okay as well, but for the most part, I wouldn't wreck it. But I'd wreck it, you know? I'd wreck him, but I wouldn't wreck this deck based off of your Tesla. I would change the Tesla to put in like a Bandit or something more aggressive. Yeah, actually just Rage Quit. He dipped out. Very cool. I'd say your deck is 7.5 as of right now. It has a lot to be desired. The synergy isn't that strong at higher ladder. You will just lose against Wizard cycle players with Giant. You just don't have enough damage, really. Your Inferno Dragon will die in the Void, or something bad will happen. It's just, you'll lose the game. It's not really that viable at higher ladder. However, at this ladder or lower, probably works out just fine. When you start playing against better players at my skill level or higher, then it's just going to be a problem. Like if you hit top 2,000 or 1,000, this deck won't work. You really want to make sure that you have adjustments and have a more cohesive deck that doesn't have like a Mega Knight Inferno Dragon Tesla core, because this is really lackluster on offense. Better players won't allow you to really get through with these cards. And then you also end up having a Battle Ram, which is a really aggressive card. So you have like this defensive synergy that doesn't really work well with the Battle Ram, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you for the $5. I would recommend maybe going more towards... I probably would run Mega Knight Ram Rider or Mega Knight, even Hog Rider. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Mega Knight Battle Ram with Tesla. So you got to make it more offensive or defensive and remove the Mega Knight, and then like run a control deck with Evo Tesla. You want to run either Evo Control, Evo Tesla, or you want to run Mega Knight offense, and you have a mixture of both, which doesn't work very well. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Gabriel, thank you for the 10, dude. Love the channel. I've been able to try to find a triple witch deck. Hey, I mean, hey, I like the commitment to the meme. I like the commitment to the meme here. Not exactly sure if this is going to be the best way to play, Obviously, if we have witches and we're abundance of spam with them, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. What was the other witch? Other witch, we got... what's the other witch, dude? I'm really confused. We have two. If someone can let me know what the third witch was, please let me know. There's definitely one that I'm missing. All right. So, Evo Zap Rage. I'll put Rage in the deck. We want Evo Skellies. Oh, Night Witch. Yeah, dude, the forgotten one. I do play her with like Elixir Golem decks, but I don't play her with that much anymore. She's kind of mid. Not super mid, actually. She's pretty good with Giant. What am I saying? She became good because she spawns bats, which depletes the Dagger Duchess. Like, as a card from a stats perspective, she's just not very strong. She's just very good in the meta. Please tell me we have a tank in this. Please tell me we have a tank in this deck besides just like a Skeleton King. Oh, we don't have a tank in this deck. Oh, this is not it, dude. If you had like an Elixir Golem or a Giant, maybe this would work. But you have 3 spells. Like this can't be in the deck. This has to be a Giant. This has to be a Giant or an Elixir Golem. Personally, I would prefer to play Giant in this. Like straight up, your deck right now is like potential of 8 or higher. But you put in this random Rage and we have 3 spells. And it's just not good. That's bad. It's very bad. You already have splash damage in your deck with the... You already have splash damage with the Witches and the Skeleton King. You don't need more splash damage. Like, this is huge overkill, my guy. Huge overkill. And you don't have tanks. And unfortunately, when you don't have tanks and you have all these flimsy cards, then you're not going to get maximum value. It's really hard to get good trades when you're running a flimsy deck without a tank to support it. So I dislike that a lot. Super dislike. Oops. Messed that up. Why is he cycling more cards into that? Weird. And I'll allow it. Fine. Oh, I didn't play that very well, did I? I lost. Let's see. I think I lose off that. My bad. We'll see if we can still win. I mean, Giant is kind of annoying for sure. I thought I was going to kill the Wizard, but I did not. My bad. We can still do something here, maybe. There's no way that like, okay. Done a lot more damage than it should have, to be honest. Like, I do like the concept of running a lot of, like, annoying small cards. The deck would be so much better without the Rage. Then you have the Rage, so then you can spawn more stuff. Maybe in this particular meta, it's like okay-ish, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. We're going for a Night Witch counter with that. I mean, this is not bad, right? I'll take what we can get. Interesting that he's still throwing stuff at us. I don't think he's playing this very well. Wait, this is going to be funny. Void here? He's dead, right? He actually lost the game. That's insane. Maybe not, actually. Yeah. Been good. Been very good. Oh, we have to do this? Alright, we take tower somehow. I mean, we'll take it. The W and it's right. And that's going to take the Knight out, so then we can focus on defense on the right-hand side. Go Witch here. Actually voided. That's insane. That was crazy. Giant Night Witch. Skeleton King, maybe. We have to kill a entire Wizard, though. Can I kill a Wizard with all 3 of these spells? I think so. I just slap down all 3 of these spells. The Wizard just dies. They just die anyway. Damn. Gone. It's insane. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's just counters giant meta. Is this just counters giant meta? Dude, this just counters giant meta. It's hilarious. Like, sure, you kind of need a tank against other decks, but like against giants, this works. Wow, it's just wrong. That's insane. I mean, if we're being real, it does not work against higher level, right? It's like it works against giant players sometimes. Kind of funny. Not gonna lie, this should not work, but it's working. Works really well into Dagger Duchess too. I don't even understand how that worked. That's so funny. Dude, what the heck? I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Appreciate you, Gabriel. That is funny. You really, in my opinion, I feel like you still want the giant in the deck. It would make it better 100%. Like, the triple spell allows you to cycle like a madman. But if you're trying to break through like a giant building deck, sorry, not giant, like a Hog Rider defensive building deck, you really need a tank to be able to break through. It's going to be so hard to win with this deck if you're playing against control decks with buildings and you don't have a tank. Like, I think we were pretty lucky that this guy did not have a building. He didn't have any sort of splash damage like Bomb Tower. It was just like Wizard and Giant. And he fed us a lot of elixir, so we'll take the win. I think that your deck right now is like, man, I have to rate it higher than it was because it counters the Giant meta. Our rated is 7.7, even though there's like some glaring flaws. It's funny and it works, at least in this meta. But to make it like a timeless classic, you definitely have to remove either the Evo Zap and then put one of these other cards when they eventually get an evolution in, and then throw a giant in instead. Like, I'd love to see another evolution in this deck that isn't Zap, because I just feel like the Zap isn't necessary. Like, you don't really have things that you need to reset for. You have, like, Witch Skeletons, right? You got Night Witch Bats. It's not like you need to reset. It's weird, so. You remove the Rage and just put in a Giant as well for right now. That's probably what I would do. Remove the Rage, put in a Giant, call it a day for right now. Anyway, fun deck. Very funny and fun deck. But the Rage also adds to the meme factor, so it's, like, hard to remove that to make the deck a bit better. You don't want to make the deck better and make it less fun, right? That's not like a good thing about that's not like the reason people play Clash Royale, right? You play because you want to have fun. All right, we got the next one here. Evo Firecracker, Evo Bomber, Bats, Mini Pekka, NATO, Dagger Duchess Tower. All right, wait. You have Drill. Okay, I'll allow it. I was wondering if you had a win condition. I saw it. I was like, maybe homie doesn't have a win condition. I can't play a deck without a win condition. That's a lose condition, my guy. The number one way to lose a game is playing a deck without a card that tower targets. All right, we're going to put in Bats. We're going to put in Mini Pekka NATO. We're pushing up and having fun with you guys. I learned my lesson. I'm not doing these live streams when I'm at top 1,000 in the world because I just tilt. I can't play different decks every single time and then push up. So just playing at a little bit of a lower rank whenever I want to push up, and I'll do these streams whenever I'm at a lower rank and just want to push up because I'm going to climb trophies no matter what I play, right? That's kind of the philosophy. If I'm like not ranked or whatever and I just want to push up, I can climb against unranked players with whatever deck I play, really. While giving good thoughts and suggestions along the way. All right, so this deck, I mean, Goblin Drill is a lot worse right now. I don't like the fact that you have Evo Bomber and Evo Firecracker in the same deck because they kind of fulfill the same role, right? They do splash damage from a distance, so personally, I don't love it, but I mean, we can see what it works. Go for a Firecracker here as well. Maybe go in for like a... Ooh. Alright. This is manageable. Go Bats here. Kill the Mega Minion and then get some damage otherwise with the Mini Pekka on top of the Golem. I don't think he's surviving this tower. Yeah, it's dead. So, I mean... Go Mini Pekka as fast as possible so we can start damaging down the Golem. A little bit better than anything else, I think. And we can Firecracker NATO on defense and maybe defend this without losing the entire thing. I think we're not chilling. The NATO killed it with the Bats. Kind of sucky. I hate when that happens. Like when one interaction just doesn't go your way and the card dies slightly faster than it should. It's like, oh man, that sucks. What can you do though? Just take it and you move on. Hopefully we take the W, but it's been really rough. One of our Bats will survive. Then we can Evo Bomber here. Guy's gonna have Wizards, so that's terrible for me. think I just sacked it. I just sacked the Evil Bomber for nothing. No, we didn't sack it for nothing. We got a Mega Minion, so there's that. He loses the Wizard now. Alright, so there's still a chance we can win this. Evo Firecracker, it's just such a bad card right now. I would never play a card that is an evolution that just dies for an even trade right now. It's just, unless you have other bait cards in your deck, it's not the right card to play. It's not the right card to play. It's not very strong, comparatively to other evolutions in the game. Personally, I would not play a card like this in any of my decks. Evo Bomber is respectable. I think that Evo Firecracker is pretty bad, though. Not gonna lie, not gonna fib, you know? Hey, this is a bad play on his end. He's not playing very well. I'll allow him to do that and just throw the game. Hopefully. Ooh, never mind. That's not good. Okay, Evo Firecracker here, and he did use a lightning, so he spent a lot of elixir. He's trying to go for the 3 for sure. Alright, does he have arrows? I forgot. I guess we'll find out. Ooh, very cool. Like, having so many anti-air cards is very annoying. You can't kill them. You can't really kill these bats. That's why we have to Firecracker, and then he's going to lightning this. 1,000,000,000% lightnings this. Dude, is the Firecracker really not going to shoot the bats that were right in front of her? Oh my gosh, what a bad card. Like, I don't even know what to say. She's just bad, man. There's no way she just missed 2 bats and like hit nothing. My Firecrackers versus my opponent's Firecrackers. Who would win? You know it's not yours, ever. Yours will never win. Yours are definitely going to be stupid forever. Look at the Mega Knight. The Giga Chad Mega Knight goes the other side, like understands the mission, understands the assignment, while the other one's just like, wait, what am I doing here? Just to suffer? Oh man. I'm going to get lightning now, 100%. 100p, man. 100p. You're about to be in misery. Yo, what is that made of? What is homie cooking? Oh, he's just gonna Mega Minion on that. I'm so screwed. Hey, Wizards. Stop it. Stop playing this game with a semblance of intelligence when you have a good matchup, sir. I don't appreciate that. You're playing well and you have a good matchup. How dare you? How dare you be good at the game with an amazing matchup? That can't win then. Stop it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to kill golems here, and we're going to be trying to spam everything that we have, but it's going to be a loss. There's no way. Unless he, like, doesn't want to win. We should just, like, lightning. It's really hard for him to lose this, though, guys. Oh! Oh! There's no way that happened! That was insane. There's no reason for him to lose that game. All he had to do was lightning the 3 crown. But he never did it till the very end. The lightning animation went off on our 3 crown, but we had a light... I don't know. But we had the most lightning fast reaction with our goblin drill, and we took the tower. Oh man, that was hilarious. That was actually epic. Oh, we got 2,000 medals exactly too. You love to see it. We have had a pretty awesome push up using your guys' decks. So yeah, if you've been enjoying this, make sure to drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel because I push up with your guys' decks and rate them every single live stream once a month. And yeah, I play your guys' decks. So definitely, you know, do that if you want. Feel free to. Wild. That was insane. That was actually one of the closest wins I've ever had in my life. The lightning animation on our 3 crown as we exhaust every opportunity on offense and barely barrel down his tower in the last remaining millisecond. That was awesome. Seriously incredible. Wow. I love it. I'm going to have a short on that probably. I think that would be worthy of our short. I'll have my editor do something with that. I think it could be fun as heck. How long was that in? That was an hour in. All right, cool. All right, let's do the next one. We're already at 2,000 medals, so play a few more. Yeah, again, your deck, I don't think it's great right now. I think a lot of the cards are just bad. I think Evo Firecracker, Evo Bomber is just a bad card combination right now, Lord Grim. Fun deck to play, but in reality, like, this doesn't have enough firepower, and you're relying on chip damage from cards that are nerfed. It's okay to have one in the deck, but to have two is pretty bad. I'm surprised you guys aren't running Evo Knight as much. Evo Knight is a simply superior card. It is one of the best evolutions, and I haven't seen anyone do that yet. So if you guys want to play a little bit better and you want to get better at the game, Evo Knight is the card to be playing. Evo Bomber, Evo Firecracker, you can play one of them in the deck, but Evo Knight should definitely be in the deck here. There's another one. Dat1 Kid says Evo Firecracker, Evo Bomber, Void, Pekka, Dark Prince, Giant, Elixir Pump, Little Prince. You don't really have a Wink Edition besides Giant there. And I guess it works. I mean, Giant works. I don't love the fact that you have Evo Firecracker, Evo Bomber when we just played it. So I'm not going to play that one. I am going to be skipping some decks here and there. I will give you a breakdown on it, though. I think that Elixir Collector is pretty bad right now. After the nerf, it became a lot worse. Because Elixir Collector now dies to Void. So it's just not as good. It doesn't replenish elixirs quickly. It doesn't, and it dies to Void. So it's not a card that I would put in any of my decks. And then your card combination of Evo Firecracker, Evo Bomber, I would never use that. So yeah, I think if you have two cards that fulfill the similar role, it impairs your deck a lot, and it just makes it really hard to use. Dude Diligence. Due Diligence. Oh, I love that. Man, I'm so used to people saying like Darkrai or something like that. I don't know. So I don't know what's up with me. I've been watching too much Pokemon. All right, so Evo RG. Evo RG is pretty bad, I would say. But we'll try it. I'd say Evo RG works with certain decks. It just depends on the deck. It's very, very specific. There's a few decks at top ladder that it works well with. You want Evo RG, Dark Prince, Mini Pekka. Okay, let's run it. I want to see a Mini Pekka evolution. I feel like everyone would play it. I feel like that would probably be the most popular evolution in the game. I'll definitely do some really fun content with it. If there ever is Mini Pekka evolution. That would definitely be one of the best ones, man. I really want them to do that. I mean, at the same time, I'll probably be broken. Firecracker. All right. I respect the regular Firecracker. I think that's a good decision. And then we want Void was Fireball. Okay. And we have Magic Archer. Oof, dude. Again, y'all got to stop that. Y'all got to stop putting the same type of card in the deck. So it's like, I don't know. Like, let's say you have a Lightning and a Fireball and a Poison in your deck. Doesn't that feel like overkill? You guys are doing that just like not in the same way. You're doing, instead of spells, that is more notoriously like seen. Like you guys know that that's insane. Y'all are doing that with like range cards. Where's Magic Archer? Don't tell me he's hiding on me right now. Magic Archer, you used to be my favorite card, or still are, but like, where are you? I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him. Don't tell me did I tap on it? Or is it in the deck already? Oh, it's already in the deck. My bad. All right, we're missing Dark Goblin. Like, there's no way I didn't notice that. All right, so we also don't have a small spell in the deck. Yeah. All right, let's try it. I'm not using Evo Firecracker. It's terrible. It's like it's banking on your opponent not having arrows. Or like if you're running a deck that can bait out the arrows, like if you're running a Firecracker with recruits, I'll allow it, but yeah. All right, all right. Hitaru DX. Just RG in the back since we see skeletons. It's not like he can hurt me. If he has Hog, we shut it down with Mini Pekka. Okay, Executioner. That's fine. I think it's decent. The Magic Archer is really awkward in the deck, and I mean, it works over Evo Bomber now because Evo Bomber got nerfed, but I don't love it, man. I'm a huge fan of how that goes down, I guess. Dark Goblin will kill most of his stuff. Pretty good. It also dies to the tower, but it is what it is. Still fulfills its assignment. Mini Pekka back and go Dark Prince Bats. Not a bad play. Okay, never mind. We're just going to do this. Very cool. Mini Pekka dies with anything distracting it. There's the distraction. Golden Knight is a garbage card. I don't think this guy wants to win the game. That is like one of the worst cards in the game. It does get a dash, but also at the same time, it is so bad that it's funny. This Dark Goblin is about to do a lot. Yeah, it did a lot to the tower, so we're still in a good spot. I do think that this could be a winnable game because you do have Dark Prince against Drill, so that's a nice advantage that we have, and we also avoid. But like, I'm just looking at it, and we got Firecracker and also this. Like, if you're having Firecracker, you need to have cards that bait out the arrows, man. You can't just put a Firecracker in the deck and be like, I'm going to use this. It's going to lock onto the tower. It's going to be good. No, it's bad. It's really, really bad if you don't have support. So that needs to change. Also, another thing is Magic Archer. I just think it's not great, especially if you don't have Fireball bait. You have a lot of ranged cards in your deck, and it seems like you like the ranged mentality of using cards that can damage from a distance. And I respect that. I think that's a good decision. But I do not like the actual utilization of your strategy. I think like the concept is cool, but in actuality, it doesn't work that well. Like right now, like I would love to, I'd pay a lot of elixir for goblins or skeletons right now, man. You don't have those. You have these range cards that are flimsy, like Firecracker, Dark Goblin, and Magic Archer. You could say I saved the Dark Prince for that, but sometimes you want to cycle the Dark Prince because it's the best play that you could do otherwise, and the deck just doesn't allow for me to have that much flexibility. All right, we're going to go for a Firecracker here, and then we'll try to do something else, like maybe trade here. Unlikely this is going to give us a good trade. And if he plays poorly and cycles stuff that he's not supposed to, it's okay. I also kind of didn't cycle the elixir as much as I should have. Dark Prince a little bit early. Okay. Bats here maybe. Try to bamboozle a little bit, you know? NATO kills everything. Good Batman. That's going to hit my tower 100%. Unless he decides he doesn't want to. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, I guess I got to save the Dark Prince. No two ways about it, eh? Going right into an Executioner is kind of going to be a death sentence, isn't it? No, tragic. Oh, it's okay. Maybe one RG hit for the one time. Don't even get that. Feels bad, man. But as you can see, like, I just don't like the card cycle that we have here, man. Really dislike it. Having a deck that is built on running like fast cycle cards would help me be able to cycle multiple Royal Giants, so maybe I could break through. The fact that we can only get like one Royal Giant on the field is really bad. And then also on top of that, like the card cycle is just super, super awful. And I can play extremely well. Like that Void was really clean. Hitting the Knight away and pulling it the other side and playing like that. That is not something that most people can do, and I'm still going to lose, even if I play well. And then we somehow cycle back to another RG, right? Like, this is good gameplay on my end. This is really good gameplay. I'm really proud of how we play this, but it's still not good enough. But yeah, your deck, rate it like a 6, man. Maybe a little bit lower. It's, you just have too many range cards that don't do anything in your deck. That's the main problem here. Maybe this guy's going to throw if we get lucky, but it's going to be hard for us to make that happen, honestly. You have to play this really poorly. Gotta go like Dark Prince here and then say we don't really care about anything else. It's not ideal, you know. Probably a NATO this. Maybe get a Firecracker down maybe. Maybe NATOs as expected. Alright, we gotta spam everything at the river here. Bats might lock. If they do, he could throw the game, but just based off of him playing terribly then. Yeah, he just played terribly. I don't know what else to say. You guys should have won. So if I were to recommend this deck, I would really change a lot. Gotta make sure that you swap out their range cards, because again, gotta figure out like, hey, what direction do we want to go? Personally, for me, Dark Goblin and the Magic Archer are terrible in the deck. Like F tier cards that should not be in the deck. Specifically the Magic Archer, there's no other Fireball bait. It's kind of just clunky. So what you could do is you could put in a Fisherman, you could put in a Giant Skeleton, you could do a lot of different things. Heck, you could even put in Skeletons or Goblins for a faster cycle, and then still retaining the quick card cycle component. You could also put in Guards, something like that. And then you could keep the Dark Goblin if you really wanted, if you kept the Guards, but the Magic Archer has to go. That card's trash in the deck, like F tier. There's no reason to put it in. Also, not having a small spell could be a bit annoying because you can't cycle as quickly. So, do something like this if you really wanted. Barbell helps out a lot on defense, enabling you to clean up wizards, you know, doing decent against graveyards. Maybe something like this would work. I don't know. I don't love the core component of running Royal Giant without Fisherman. I think Fisherman is so core to it. Pulling off Pekkas, making sure that you're able to, you know, actually activate King Tower and not just rely on a mini Pekka. If you only have one answer to beatdown decks, it becomes insanely predictable. So for instance, one of the problems that you're going to have, I'm sure you have this, you play against an Electro Giant deck. You get to the later stage of the game, they get to double Elixir. They drop an Electro Giant in the back. You apply opposite lane pressure, and they have enough Elixir to defend against the RG, right? They defend it. And the problem is, they Electro Giant Lightning, your mini Pekka dies. Because the mini Pekka just dies after one hit plus Lightning. And you lose the game instantly. It's just like not a good feeling when that happens, right? So keep that in mind that mini Pekka sure is fine in a lot of situations, but there's some situations if it's the only counter you have and you get to a later stage of the game, your opponent knows that you're forced to defend with something, they're going to wreck you. There's nothing you can do there. So I like having Fisherman plus mini Pekka, Fisherman plus like something else like Phoenix or Wizard for a little bit more damage and oomph. But, you know, it works. It's your deck as is. I'd probably rate it like super low, but I don't know what I gave it originally. But I can't rate it very high. It really feels like a low rating. Higher than 6, but definitely like not an 8. Not an 8 at all. It's like a 7. If I had to retract it, like you could get this a bit higher. You could get a 7.5 if you make adjustments, put in a small spell, put in guards. It's not good. All right, so Daniel Flood says Evo Skeletons, Evo Bats, Inferno Dragon, Mega Knight, Balloon, Rage, Tombstone, Void. Okay, I don't like that you have a Tombstone in the deck. It doesn't make much sense to me. If you're running a deck that already has like Mega Knight in there, the Tombstone doesn't necessarily need to be there. We'll put it in. We'll see how it goes. I just not a huge fan of it already, but you know, we'll see if it does better. Like I just like Tesla so much, like right now, that other buildings for me just feel inferior and they just don't feel like worthy of being played a lot of times. All right, we'll do this. Balloon Rage. Please tell me we have a Void in there. We do have a Void in there. Nice. The Void allows you to break through buildings, so your Mega Knight Balloon can actually do stuff. Kind of a nice tidbit of information for most of y'all. Like, you already know that, but good, you know. All right, we're going to put in a Rage, and that's our deck. We don't necessarily have much tank besides Mega Knight. We have to build up our push with Mega Knight every time. You don't have a Miner. You don't have Freeze. So really, your only way of winning is Mega Knight Balloon with either Rage or Void. I guess Evo Skeletons, but we don't have a secondary tank. I really hate Evo Skeletons when you don't have a secondary tank. Like, hell, dude, a Fisherman in here would be so clean. Because then even if you had Fisherman other side, Evolve Skeletons, like you could do something, maybe. Maybe, my man. But you don't have that. Personally, I like Evo Knight a lot here. I like arrows in general. Arrows feel like an evolution that has a 0-card cycle. It really does. The amount of damage it does to tower for its elixir cost, the spell radius, the ability to kill 3-cost cards that are evolved. It's insane. I really think arrows are the best spell in the game and no one's played it. Seriously, none of y'all have shown me it. No one's shown me arrows and no one showed me Evolved Knight. Those are cards that should be played a lot more. Y'all are grossly undervaluing how broken those cards are right now in the meta. Especially arrows. A bit disappointing.
Let's go.
Also, unfortunately, Evo Mortar became super bad. Or not great. I'm a little bit disappointed that, for whatever reason, like it just feels awful. I would like to see Evo Mortar get a little bit of a buff or a little bit of love. It's just not as playable as the other evolutions. I would like to see a slight health buff. That's also me like talking at, in a situation where I'm definitely biased. I like Mortar a lot.
Yay.
I'm not trying to include my biases in a lot of these. One thing that I do for balance change stuff for my recommendations for Supercell is when I play a card, I try not to chime in on it. Like if it's a card that I play in my main deck or a deck that I play a lot, I feel like it's just like super, I don't know, like even if I'm not feeling that I'm biased and I feel like I'm right, I try not to include those in balance changes or as my suggestions because I feel like there's definitely a part of me as like who I am, just a competitive person, I want the card to be good so then I can do better. And because of that, even if like there's a possibility of that, I try not to filter my opinions on those cards. Like I try not to say, oh, please buff Evolve Mortar, because, you know, I play the card, so it feels really disingenuous to be like, this card needs a buff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like doing that to Supercell or anyone else. Like, I feel like that's just a disingenuous thing. And then, you know, people shouldn't really take me seriously if I say that all the time. Or do that at all. That was a bad void. Should have hit the tower. We do force Princess, though. Not really great. We can probably Mega Knight on the Princess and then go Skellies in the back. I like that the most. Ah, he knew that was going to happen, didn't he? That was a terrible cannon. What is he doing? That was horrible. All right, this gameplay is not great on his end. But hey, sometimes people just don't play well. If we can void on top of this and then like get a cannon or something too, that'd be so funny. Bats on the tower are huge. Okay, we got a cannon as well. Beautiful. He's gonna go for a Princess of the River. Yep. How'd I know? Just felt it, you know. I felt it coming in the air tonight. Oh lord. All right, we'll do this. And then Bloom. Because he has nothing. Goodbye, cannon. Oh, no. Oops. That's annoying. How dare you? How dare you disrespect me that way, brother? Rooter. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna Mega Knight with a balloon. It's probably not gonna go so well, but who knows? We don't take that much damage. That's a vibe. I guess we just do this. No, bats don't die on me. Thank you, bats. I love you. All right, we're currently winning the game. How long? I don't know. He's gonna rocket this like every time, right? It's funny because like it doesn't do damage to me. Really like ridiculous, honestly. No, I lost. Lost. Yeah, well played. I should have voided on the tower, but I played like trash. Oops. That was more so my fault than anything else. I could have won that one if I just played better. You know, like void cycling on the tower a little bit more, forcing the rockets on the balloon so you can't rocket the tower. He played a little bit better than me at the end, and I deserve to lose that game. Doesn't happen all the time. It does happen there. One thing that I was really missing is like, you know, super wish that I could have went for a tank in front of a balloon that wasn't a Mega Knight. Or like tank with an Inferno Dragon, force out the rocket that way, then balloon. There's a lot of different things I wish I could have done, but the deck doesn't really allow me that opportunity. I think the Tombstone sucks, and I'd rather have like another tank in there. Whether it be a miner, most likely. Probably a miner. Just throw a miner in there. It'd be better. Take out the Tombstone. And then you still have Inferno Dragon and Void. Void kills Electro Dragon. You're fine, you know? You should be chilling that way. Your deck right now is like 7.1. It's aight. It's not as good as some of the other decks, but it's also not trash. Just not great. All right. So let's take a look at some of the other ones. Mega Knight, Void, Miner, Ewiz, Bats, Sparky, Torny, Goblin Barrel. All right. I was going to say no to this, but it has a lot of interesting cards. You guys really, 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 really like your Mega Knight. M Miner. So that has to be Mighty Miner, right? Not a huge fan of Mighty Miner right now. I think my Mighty Miner is like not as bad as Goldenite, but it's definitely down there. It's not a great card. If I were to play one evolution or one champion, I probably would not be playing the Mighty Miner. Not as an evolution, but like it's not a great card. All right, so we want Mega Knight in there. And then we also super want Bats, Sparky, Goblin Barrel. E-Wiz sucks as well. Like this is like a bottom of the barrel card that I never play in any of my decks. Like actually Electro Wizard doesn't deserve a spot in any deck right now, in my opinion. It's not even a hot take. It's just the correct take. Electro Wizard sucks. It's really bad. This card just doesn't deserve to be in decks. It's outclassed by Wizard Evolution. It's outclassed by Little Prince. It's outclassed by pretty much everything in the game. Like from a range card perspective, it just doesn't do what it should for 4 Elixir. Like if it's it's able to do everything but a master of none, basically. Like it can do things, but do you want it to do things when there's a better option? Probably not. All right, so we want Sparky Tornado. You also don't have another evolution, so I'm going to swap out one of your cards and put it in evolution. I might just swap out I'm swapping out the Wizard. The Electro Wizard sucks. I'm just not playing it. I'm going to make your deck a little bit more viable so I can actually maybe win a game. The Electro Wizard should not be in the deck. We want Sparky Goblin Barrel. Okay. And then we want Sparky Tornado, Mega Knight. Okay. Void. All right, this is the deck. You had Electro Wizard in there. We're taking that out. It's too bad of a card for me to play. Yeah, especially against like top 500 players. You really can't play like super suboptimal versions of the deck without 2 evolutions. It's just not viable. So I want to push up on this live stream as well as we're playing. And the only way to do that is playing cards that semi-work. Like if you give me a card that just doesn't work whatsoever, or if you don't give me 2 evolutions, I might swap it out, or I might just not play the deck. Because as is, like I would give your deck like a 5.5. You had an Electro Wizard, and you also didn't have 2 evolutions, and then you had a very clunky deck. So if you had a really high cost deck, so it was hard to outmaneuver and make good plays. Lightning comes down. Notice how the Mighty Miner just doesn't have that much health. Most tanks there would survive a lot longer and not just die. But Mighty Miner, it's slightly unfortunate. Sparky in this meta is pretty interesting to play because, you know, it does die to Void, so you have to be wary of that for sure. Okay, this guy's got arrows and log. This is a terrible matchup. It might be winnable if we hit a good tornado with the Sparky, but this is going to be a tough game. This should be a 100-0 matchup in his favor based off of what we've seen. You can Mega Knight in the back and use our Wizard and maybe make something happen that way, but it's going to be hard. I just became a member because I don't know how to donate. Can you please play my deck? Right now, I am doing donations messages and playing those. I will also be doing free-to-play ones as well. Yeah, man. I don't know if I'll be able to guarantee play your deck right now. I don't know how to donate either. I think there's just like a money symbol right next to the chat, and you can click on that. Hopefully that works, though. But thank you for becoming a member. I don't know if the notification popped up for me yet. Oh, I thought this was a monk for a second, and I realized I had a Mighty Miner. That feels bad. He just logged me. Why would he do that? Wait, he's going to arrows this, and he's not going to hit the bats. Please, just lose. Bats are not going to do what they need to. Feels unfortunate, man. I thought I played that well because I knew he was going to arrows on the Goblin Barrel, but it didn't matter that he arrowed on the Goblin Barrel because guess what? Bats didn't hit the tower. Pretty bad, if you're asking me. For our positioning, at least. Wait, does he have lightning, or am I misconstruing the situation and expecting him to have a card that he didn't have? He might not have lightning. Let's go for this. Oops. Maybe not an oops. Maybe, yeah, not an oops. We're fine. Here definitely has giant graveyard, though. No, I think he has lightning. Do you guys remember if he has lightning? Can someone remember in the chat and let me know? Does he have lightning? Please let me know. I totally forget. I think he had lightning. am I supposed to win this? I don't have a quick card cycle. And the Goblin Barrel just feels really weird into a double spell. Yeah, this hard counters me all the way down to 0. There's no way I win this. He's got Lightning for our Sparky and then triple spells for Goblin Barrel and Bats. This is super, super tough. Last time I said there was no way we would win, we still won against the Golem player. So maybe if he just plays really poorly, we can beat him. But that should not be our win condition, hoping our opponent plays like terribly. That's a very bad way to win, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's not an optimal strategy, my dudes. When your best way to win is hoping your opponent plays like trash, you're probably not going to win the game. Believe it or not. Nice, we got the arrows out of him. He played poorly. Wow. Sparky's... Nope, not so lucky. Gonna lightning on the wizard. Please log. Please hold. Yeah, he's actually playing terribly. Alright, that's what we were hoping for. Yeah, I should still lose, honestly. You know, it's sad that you're like, ah, you know, even if he plays poorly, he should still beat me. Mega Knight might splash onto his tower because he didn't play well. And then the Sparky hits as well and he loses. That's surprising. Yeah, that's 100-0 for him. All you had to do was drop a giant in the back and then lightning. That was it. I'm not even joking. That's it. That's all he had to do. Giant in the back, build up a push, lightning arrows, the Sparky dies, you hit something else, and you win the game. Because all my cards are super clunky. It's not like I'm going to be able to lightning block the Sparky. Sparky dies to arrows, lightning every time. He just didn't understand. My man did not understand how to play the deck at all. Could have also cycled the bowler in the back against the Goblin Barrel, dropped a giant, and then lightning in double or triple elixir, and then I just lose. So your deck is not great. I would say 6.8, 6.7. It's really not great. You don't have any way of bloody blocking your wizard from the void besides bats. And then also it's an Electro Wizard, so I would have 100% lost the game with Electro Wizard. Like 0% chance to win. So take out your Electro Wizard, put in a wizard, please. Please do that. Please. And then, I mean, take out this Mighty Miner. You already have a lot of like aggressive plays. Maybe put in goblins, and then it could work. This Mighty Miner is stupid. It doesn't do nothing. It does nothing. It doesn't do anything. There's a bad card in this deck. And then the Electro Wizard is awful. Everyone that has Electro Wizard in your deck, please take it out. It's awful. It's garbage. It deserves to be in the trash, okay? I know that not everyone has like enough money to like level up new cards and stuff, so go to Classic Challenges and then play new decks here. Play your new decks in Classic Challenges, Grand Challenges, or Mega Draft. Do not play Electro Wizard. Do not give me Electro Wizard decks. The card is bad. I'm also just giving you guys straight talk on like what cards are good and bad, because I don't want y'all to waste your time and think that your deck is actually good. And I need to be harsh with y'all, because sometimes I give deck suggestions and then you guys still play the same deck. I'm like, why? Giant Skeleton, Executioner, Balloon, Fireball, Lumberjack, Guard, Snowball, Freeze. Love your content, says Walter. Walter, I love your name. My friend and I, we played against some guy named Walter, and he had a Golem Fireball deck. And I'm not joking. My friend lost to him, and he was running 3 Musketeers, and Walter had like Golem Fireball arrows. My friend had 3 Musketeers with Minion Horde, and he just got rolled. And every single day, whenever we play, and we're on call together, I'm like, yo, you just got Waltered. It's Walter's world out here. And yeah, it's like it's been an ever-present meme in my life and his life. So one of my best friends and I, we love the name Walter, so we love you. So right now, dude, how could I ever skip over your deck? Of course we're gonna play it. Of course we're gonna play it. I might also be biased and give you a higher rating just because of your name. So that's kind of unfortunate to everyone else here. Y'all got nerfed indirectly because Walter gets a name buff. All right, we're gonna grab Fireball, put in Freeze. We'll just keep going. Snowball as well. Very cool. Very nice. Guards are great. Yeah, let's put guards in as well. What a fun stream, though. Not gonna lie, it's been a good stream. All right, so we do end up having 2. Oh my goodness, Walter. I said I was gonna play your deck, and I look at it. There are 0 evolutions, my guy. How... Walter, I'm going to give you the ultimate sacrifice for my sanity. I'm going to jump into a game with 0 evolutions for you. This is bad. This is very, 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 very bad. You get the first 4 or 5 rating because you have 0 evolutions. And you also have an executioner without tornado. So if I were to make this deck better, we would put in a tornado instead of one of these spells, preferably getting rid of the fireball because you already have splash damage with the executioner. So yeah. We would put in a tornado here. We would put in evolve bats instead of this. And then we would maybe be okay with that as 1 evolution. But we could also sub out the giant skeleton and put in an evolve knight. So I'd put in evolve knight, evolve bats, tornado. This becomes evolve bats. This becomes evolve knight. And this becomes tornado. And then you have a deck. Or you could keep the giant skeleton and then sub out the snowball and put in evolved bats instead of that or whatever. You take out the snowball as well. You could do that. But this dude, there's no way I win. I don't have an evolution. I don't think it's possible. And I also don't have tornado for executioner. So this is... Hopefully we can Walter this man. That's all I'm going to say. I really want to Walter this guy. That's it. This is how I want to play, all right? It's the strategy. If we aren't Waltering, are we really living life? That is a question. I don't think it's possible. So guys, do not do that to me, please. All right. Well, if he does that, I mean, yeah, that was my reaction too. I don't understand. We'll take it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, my guy. We'll go balloon with lumberjack because you wasted your tornado as well. I mean, do I just win the game now? I mean, I'm pretty sure balloon gets 2 hits on tower, bare minimum, maybe 3. 3. Oh, so close, bro. We were inches away from Waltering this man. So freaking close. There's no way that you haven't done damage to my tower and I have no evolutions. All right. I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. You're a giant skeleton. Missing an evolution? Dude, there's 0 evolutions in this stack. Wild. All right. Yeah. It's unfortunate because, like, the deck synergy is not awful. Like, the fact that he just doesn't have tornado and the fact that he doesn't have, yeah, the fact that he doesn't have tornado is the main thing that, like, makes me dislike the deck. I mean, I'll allow it as well, I guess. Guards kill it. Yeah, you just need the evos in your deck, especially Evolved Knight. It's scary that none of y'all have even shown me an Evolved Knight yet. Like, I'm telling you right now, like, straight up, I've said Evolved Knight is probably one of the best evolutions in the game, if not the best one, and none of you guys have been playing it, so, you know, disrespectful, you know? All right, we're going to lose a tower. I don't care. I wasn't able to defend it. Wasn't possible. Okay, this needs to stop. You need to calm down with your aggression, my guy. It needs to die. You need to not see an Inferno Dragon interface. And the fact that these evolutions are just so scary. Like, the Evolved Knight literally let him take a tower when he didn't deserve it. He took a tower with the Evolved Knight because it tanked for everything. He just did like, that is why he took a tower. It was not because he was better than me. Like, he is definitely not better than me. But the Evolved Knight did enough damage to screw me over. So it's like, that's one of those things. And he's going to tornado and then he's going to freeze and I'm going to lose. I can already tell you what's going to happen. Like, I know these interactions. I know what's going to happen. So, hey, I played better. I lost the game. Evolutions make a huge difference, right? We played a lot better than this guy. And we lost because the Evolved Knight didn't die to the tower. And it made me drop extra elixir. And when you have to spend extra elixir and forced into a -4 elixir trade or something, like, it's just bad, right? The regular knight dies here. I'm just going to show you guys the interaction just to repeat it. Right here. Here. The Evolved Knight plus Barbs. He loses the game here if it's just a regular knight because the knight takes 60% less damage and it has more health. Kind of a problem if your card has 60% damage reduction and more health. I mean, I have to spend Fireball and guards and I take a ton of damage. It's an awful position to be in. Because of that, he gets the momentum rolling in his favor. I don't have guards in my hand. I would have kept my guards. I would have defended against the graveyard with the guards. You know how badly he would have lost the game if I had guards in my hand? That's just the reason why it's nice to show you guys why you need evolutions. And that is the reason why I will not be playing decks without evolutions for the rest of the stream. It's an automatic loss, even if I'm significantly better than the people that we're playing against. Yeah, it's not viable. It is a reality in Clash Royale. If you don't have evolutions, one of the things that I would suggest doing is I would go to Classic or Grand Challenges, because the game's not worth playing if you're playing against someone with 2 evolutions when you have 0 evolutions. You can't win unless they're just awful, like really, really bad. Better to go to Classic Challenges, play here, play Grand Challenges or Classic Challenges, because you have all cards unlocked, and that it's more fair that way, you know? That's what I would recommend. And then go into the shop and play in the seasonal events and buying this shard every chance you get. That's what I would really, really recommend. Yo, B1 Park, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that, dude. All right, let's look at the next one that you guys are spamming here. All right, we got Battle Ram, Little Prince, Royal Ghost, Void, Arrows, Mother Witch, Fisherman, Recruits. Okay, I'll play it. I think Recruits are really bad right now. Like super, super bad. I would say they're like one of the worst cards in the game from an evolution standpoint. I think they're extremely mid, but I will play them. I personally love Recruits as a card. And then everyone started playing them when they were broken. And then they became super bad. And then I'm like, well, that's okay. It's fine. But I don't know. I just don't like playing the same decks that everyone plays in the game. Because playing mirror matchups is infuriating when you just don't have the right card cycle and someone spams you at the river. And you're like, well, I lose. And then I can't come back because my cards are the exact same cards as them. They don't really have to think. And then they just mirror the exact same play that you do. And then they fight on their side of the map and you can't come back and win. It's one of the worst experiences in the game, is playing a mirror matchup into someone else and they get like a good start advantage. It's the one thing that makes me want to put down my phone and not play the game anymore is that. I think everything else, like, I'm not like super ragey or tilted by, but when I lose a mirror matchup, it's not fun. I actually just rage quit half the time. Like based off of a luck factor. All right, we want Fisherman in there as well. There he is. Get rid of Freeze. We like Void. All right, we're gonna put in the Void wherever it may be instead of cards. So we want Mother Witch as well, right? Are we removing arrows? No, we're not removing arrows. No ball for that. Mother Witch. Okay. Let's go. Let's get it. This is the deck. Would I recommend changes? Right now, I don't really like Battle Ram that much, but it's been played in a lot of different decks. I mean, I could see it working with Recruits. I think I've seen this deck at top ladder. I don't think I could make many changes to it. We'll just see if it's better than Smurfblade's deck or not. Any rages from Void happened yet? Yeah, dude, I rage quit from Void a couple days ago, actually. I was going to go play tennis, and like I just wanted to record a video really quick, and I lost against a couple people that literally just voided at the start of the game and like killed 5 elixir. And I was just like, well, I couldn't protect it. I had to drop my Void, like I had to drop my wizard. Like, there was nothing I could do, and then I just lost the game. It's just one of the most, it was one of the worst experiences in the game. Like, when the Void spell comes down, you can't react to it. The first bit of damage, you can't react to it because you don't know. Yeah, you just can't. You can't react to the first bit. And then it does so much damage that it kills the wizard or the little prince regardless. That's the main problem with it, in my opinion. Like, it just, if they didn't front load, all right, they should backload the damage. If I were adjusting Void, what I would do is I would make sure that the first bit doesn't do as much damage, and then it does progressively more damage. So you can react to it. And then it doesn't like ruin the game. That's the thing that I would do. I think that would be a really, really good adjustment. I actually think that they're caring more about balances than they were before. So we'll see if they make good plays or if they screw us over. We'll have to wait and see. You never know. All right. Yeah. The one funny or bad thing was when they asked us about level 15, we gave them our feedback and then they did it anyway. It's like, why even ask if everyone says that they're against it and then you do it anyway? Like, if you're going to ask, at least give us like, I don't know. I think like if you're asking for validation, it's not necessarily a good look if you go against every single person's opinion on something. And that was literally everyone's opinion. It was so funny. I remember it was like the first couple days that I moved into my new apartment in Redmond. I didn't have internet yet. I went to the top floor, and it was an amazing spot. I was so happy. I was all like hyped up for the new update. And then I saw the update of level 15. I was like, no, please no. And then Big Spin and everyone was like, please no, please no. And then they did it. And I was like, no, this is why we can't have nice things. It was so funny though, because every single person told them no, and then they did it anyway. Anyway, let's just get back to this game. I haven't focused at all, but that's what recruits allow you to do. They allow you to play like trash and win in a lot of situations. I actually don't know what happened in this game. I couldn't even tell you. I think he went in for a bad giant and then just lost. Which is funny. In my opinion. In my professional opinion. It's going to pull the Little Prince, obviously. And then we're just going to go in for the... Bam. And we win. Wham, bam, I bridge spam, bro. Wham, bam, I bridge spam. Thank you, ma'am. GG. Over. You guys probably have noticed something about me. I'm a little bit more patient when I want to win the game. I'm not going to do something stupid. Like, I'm not going to go in for, like, spell cycle or whatever. If I can guarantee the W, like, I will guarantee the W. I'll go in for recruits, I'll defend, and then I'll win the game with my overpowered evolutions. It's right now, if you know how to play the game, you understand that evolutions are king. They kill everything. That is how you win games in Clash Royale. It's really adjusting your deck and building your pushes off of having the evolutions in cycle and not spamming into your opponents when they have their evolutions on defense. And if you don't understand that, you're going to be losing random games. And you're going to be like, wow, this game sucks. But if you understand that and you play around that, your opponents will be frustrated. They'll be the people that are not enjoying the game. But I just want to say, like, that is very important. All right. Evil Wallbreakers and Bomber, Goblin Drill, Log, Electro Spirit, Skeletons, Bats, Firecracker. I have no building, but I know you have the IQ or skill for it, says Danny Russo. All right, dude, you're buttering me up so that I play your deck. I see the strategy here, Danny. I see the strategy here. My man dropped a dono and he's like, you have the IQ and the skill for this. Bro, I don't think I do, but thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we got to see if I can disappoint Danny or if we actually give him a fun match. We'll do it. Every single time that Danny ends up doing these streams with me, it's fun. So I'm down for it. Shout out to Danny for always being on these streams and always donating because, yeah, all the money that we get from donations are allowing me to create more content. I have some things in the works. I've been talking to a editor that I worked with a long time ago, and we're considering doing some new series on the channel. And these series are extremely full of passion. Like, they're not even daily videos. You know how daily videos we can get done and we have like this formula to create new content and they're unique? Like, every video that I have, I try to make it engaging and new based off of fresh editing. But the concept is like grab a video or grab a deck idea from a pro player that's really good and new at the top of the ladder and then create a video on that. And that's cool, right? Like, that's an awesome concept. But I'm going to be venturing out and creating more concepts and more types of videos in Clash Royale that you guys have never seen before. And I'm really excited for that. I'm going to be doing those maybe once a month. We'll be hyping it up a lot. I think it should just be really fun. Maybe they'll fail. I'll probably be spending a lot of extra money on something that's not worth it from a monetary sense, but it'll make me happy. And I'll want to look back at those videos and be like, I created that. I'm really, really excited for that. That's what I want to do more than anything. I want to be super, super proud of the content that we put out. And I think I can do that. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. There's going to be some spicy content starting around the 6th of next month. That's when we're working on it. So I just want to let you guys know. That's when we're starting it. All right, so here's the deck. You don't really have a building. You do have Goblin Drill, though, so I guess we can count that as a building. All right, let's play it. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the content and you want to see more high-quality content, definitely drop a like on this live stream and subscribe if you want to stay connected for more of these series where I play your best decks in Clash Royale. All right, we're going to Firecracker in the back and we'll see what we can do. Usually I don't Firecracker in the back. This is a low IQ play, actually. Super low skill strategy on our end. We do force out arrows. He could activate King Tower. Hopefully he's not good enough to. Yeah, it was terrible on my end. Oops. I'm bad. Oh, look at this guy. He's a savage. He's a skillful individual. Wow. Wow, a individual that drops a giant at the bridge. He is such a good player. He is such a good player. Yeah, this is basically the meta right now. If your deck can't beat giant, you lose. I don't think this is going to go very well. I think our deck loses to giant very badly. If we had an Inferno Tower, something to be a different story. Also, if I didn't catapult all 10 of my elixir at the bridge at the start, that would have been different. I didn't play it very well, but hey, maybe we can still make it happen. You never know. You never know until you don't know, you know? All right, we're going to go Electro Spirit here and Skellies. The Bomber should lock tower. The Goblins are... Oh my gosh, this guy is playing incredibly, impressively poorly. I understand that he's a giant player, and most giant players don't think and they just bridge spam stuff at the bridge. But, like, there's no way that he just let that happen. All right, let's go Electro Spirit here. He doesn't activate King Tower. Awesome. Electro Spirit chains onto the wizard so the goblins do more damage. Dude, this is awesome. I'm actually super surprised that it's going well. Not gonna lie. So when he giants, we're probably dead. So if we can force out the arrows with this, that would be awesome. I don't know. Let's see if we can do it. That doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Woo! Let's go. Okay. All right. We're probably dead. Wait, this drill? No, dude. You see, I didn't have the skill. I was going to lose the tower anyway. That drill might have not been the better decision regardless. No matter what, I don't think the drill was good. I'm not going to lie. I don't think the drill was good in any situation. There was not a single situation in this game where that drill was good. It's funny, though, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe, depending on if you guys like seeing me in pain or not. All right, this guy is interesting. He's going to balloon me, and I'm going to lose, so there's that. It's not a fun strategy to be a part of. All right, do these wall breakers do anything on defense? I don't think so. Where's dead? Yeah, so these giant decks are kind of the bane of the existence of the game right now. Like, just to be fully transparent with y'all, I do purposely stay a little bit lower on ladder so I can screw around with different decks for content and play different decks every day. Because when I push the top 1,000 in the world and I'm playing against people at my skill level and I play against giant decks, I just like can't win a lot of times with different decks that are unique or different because you have to play them perfectly against giant because giant is just so good. So there's really a giant difference in this meta between the strength of the strongest decks and the weaker ones. Like, the stronger decks are really, really, really strong to the point you cannot win against people at your similar skill level when you're screwing around with other decks. That is one thing I've realized. At this rank, we can still screw around a lot more, but whatever. GG. Thank you, Danny. I don't love the deck. As you can see, it doesn't work against giant with arrows. It's just pretty bad in that situation. We almost took a tower, but he really messed up. Well, we did take a tower, actually. We almost... won, maybe? I don't know. I feel like we didn't almost win, but we can say that. All right, we're going to lie. Also, the recruit stack that we played earlier, sorry about that. I don't think we could change anything. Probably an 8 out of 10. It's not as good as Smurfblade's deck. There's no doubt about it. It's not as near as good as Smurfblade's Pekka deck. Pekka giant. Pekka kills giant. Pekka dominates the meta. Pekka got a buff recently. I liked his deck too. It was more unique with the Lumberjack. I really liked his deck a lot more than yours. I think yours is good, but I think recruits are mid and Pekka's not mid. All right, so would love to hear your feedback. Evo Firecracker. Oh no, dude. Evo Firecracker and Evo More. You just gave me the 2 worst evolutions right now, bro. There ain't no way. There ain't no way you just hit me up with the 2 Evos I didn't want to play. How dare? It's okay. We'll play them. I do not like Evo Firecracker. I think it's really, really bad. It's unfortunate. I mean, at lower levels of skill, if I'm pushing up on a free-to-play account, Evo Firecracker is popping off, bro. Because bad players don't know how to counter it. So you can spam Evo Firecracker as much as you want against bad players. Especially if you have a log bait deck. But your deck doesn't seem like it's a log bait deck, my dude. Like Mighty Miner, Phoenix, Gobs, Drill, Ice Spirit, E-Spirit, Law. Yeah, I don't know. Your deck doesn't seem like it has a synergy with it at all. We'll see if we can cook, but I don't want you to get mistook. This is not going to be good. We'll try, though. We'll just try. We'll run Mortar. We'll run Log. I also don't like Evil Wall Breakers. I don't think they're great. I just think that they're not very effective in this meta. Especially with Dagger Duchess completely countering regular wall breakers. You can't leave them unsupported. So like you always have to have supervision with your regular wall breakers. And that just turns them into a high cost card when they shouldn't be. They're a 2 elixir card. They should be forcing on a response for 2 elixir, not for 5 elixir, dropping a minor with it. Then you better off be dropping a giant than going for minor wall breakers, right? Look at it from that perspective. You want to be playing cycle cards that allow you to actually cycle, right? The stupid card doesn't let you cycle half the time. This is bad, really bad concept right now in the game, where the game is like incredibly shifted on. All right, we want goblins in there for something. Goblins instead of, no, you have E-Spirit. Instead of bats, right? That's the deck. The game is incredibly shifted towards running wing conditions that can survive against towers. And when certain towers are strong, then your other cards become obsolete or ineffective. For instance, Goblin Barrel is really, really good against Princess Tower and Cannoneer, but it's awful against Dagger Duchess. Dagger Duchess can completely counter pretty much anything right now in the game. So when Dagger Duchess gets nerfed inevitably, right, when they've made enough money off of it, then the game and the meta is going to shift drastically. Because the tower impacts every single card in the game. All right, this is annoying. Gotta kill as quickly as we can. I might have just lost the game because I cycled the mortar at the start. I don't know if, like, I mean, when you have weaker decks, like, I feel like you can't do plays like that, unfortunately. And usually I can. But, I mean, he's probably not expecting a Firecracker. He's just like, why is there a Firecracker in this deck, Jake? Pop ability. That was a bad ability pop. Oops. That was a really bad ability pop. That did nothing. That actually did nothing. Oops. Why would, okay, he logs this. I mean, he's down a little bit of elixir. You get Phoenix Goblins on top of the Hog and then go drill. Wow, that was kind of an interesting voice crack. I don't know if you guys heard that. Fly with it, I guess. You can go like drill, goblins, firecracker, and spam the bridge. The bridge to Narnia. The bridge to Tarabithia. I don't really think it's going to do very much, but who knows. Wow, that was not good, my guy. that was impressively not that. That was not what you wanted to see. All right, he's going to go Hog Rider. So we're going to stop this knight from crossing the river. Okay, sure. Can we kill the Evolved Knight with a 4 elixir champion, please? Yo, thanks, Clash Royale. I never knew that was possible. Amazing. Amazing. He's going to Hog EQ and our mortar's just dead. There's no way this mortar survives, guys. What is he doing? Yo, stop it. Stop it. Ooh, boom shakalaka. We like it a lot. Huge. If that hit his tower again, I would have died laughing, honestly. I'm not even gonna fib. That is so funny. He's gonna Hog right into a mortar, right? Nice. No, he didn't miss. It's optimistic. Oh, it died. If he loses this matchup, it would be so funny. He has 100-0. Oh my god. Come on, Clash. How about we don't do that? I lost. If the Firecracker just like... Sorry, if the mortar just ended up doing the defense, we would have won. So... Mortar just didn't come down. Guy says thanks when he's got Earthquake into a mortar deck. Honestly, man, that's kind of a bit embarrassing. All right. Also, I have another tip for you guys. Just to tell you guys the difference in skill level here, and also just to help everyone get better. If you're unaware, you can log on top of a Goblin Drill and fully counter it. Legitimately, with Dagger Duchess, you can fully counter a Goblin Drill with a log. So this guy's going like Tesla. He's dropping so much elixir. He is significantly worse from an interaction maximization standpoint that not only does his log counter our win condition, but he also counters our other win condition with a Earthquake, And he gets damage on our tower. So, and our card cycle is slower. So if he played that at all well, he outcycles the mortar multiple times. Then, also after a lucky start, he's up so much damage and barely wins. Like, there's so many issues with that game. So, yeah, Mighty Miner is not good. Swap it out of your deck. It's not good. You want to be running Monk in this meta because it reflects back the Dagger Duchess damage. And it's also a lot better from a perspective if it keeps your Firecrackers or Wizards alive. This deck is just super suboptimal. If you wanted to make it better, you could maybe justify playing this deck if you have a Monk instead of the Mighty Miner. The Mighty Miner is a garbage card. It should not be in your deck at all. Monk is okay. Monk I'll allow. But I would not allow, like, we really did not get damage with the Mighty Miner. And in fact, if I played it better, if I didn't pop the Mighty Miner ability randomly, I think I would have won because we would have got another Firecracker shot. But yeah, that Hog Rider that came through, that barely locked onto our tower when we were trying to spam the mortar, it lost us the game. So your deck right now is like a 6, maybe lower. It just gets wrecked by Void. And also, you don't necessarily have... yeah, you don't really have a good answer besides, like, Firecracker against Night Witch, and that's not going to work. The Night Witch bats just kill you because you're going to get arrowed, so your deck isn't great. I personally wouldn't play it. But yeah, he played horrendously there. He drops the log, that's fine. But he doesn't have login cycle, so I'm like, we're in a good spot. You can't even go for a mortar on offense because it just gets Earthquaked or Tesla'd, so such a bad matchup, right? And the Firecracker won't die for a while, so it's just kind of a problem. Perfect gameplay on our end. Like, I really grossly outplayed him with that Firecracker connecting to the tower. Mortar here was meh. I should have dropped it lower. But this was where we lost, right here. This interaction. Barely not being able to afford the mortar time. It's just like a millisecond of being able to drop it quick enough. It happens. But yeah, matchup advantage is 100-0 in his favor. I would recommend swapping out the Monk for the Mighty Miner, and you would probably win those games and maybe win more. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if there's some other different decks. I'm going to not play as many decks that are like mid. I'm going to try to go through these a little bit faster now. Hey, Jake, wanted to say, hopefully you have a wonderful day. Love you, man. Appreciate the vibes. Any suggestions for me? My deck is Evolve Knight, Evolve Mortar. Evolve Mortar works-ish, but it's not great. I'm glad that you're running Evolve Knight, though. And honestly, your deck is fine. I think you just wait for Evolve Mortar to potentially get a buff or other evolutions to get a nerf. It wouldn't really change it. So you have Evolve Knight, Evolve Mortar, Graveyard, Phoenix, Little Prince, Goblins, Poison, Barbrill. I've seen that a lot. I've played that a lot. It's a good deck. I wouldn't change it. It's fine. Like, your deck is good. Your deck is good. I'd say, like, it's like an 8, maybe 7.5 to 8. Just not the best deck in the meta right now. Because Mortar Evolution is, like, kind of taking up a card slot where other evolutions are better. Evil Firecracker, E-Golem, Giant Skeleton, Witch, Mini Pekka, Mega Minion, Poison, Void. I'm not going to play Evil Firecracker right now. You guys have been asking me to play too much. It should just die to arrows. And everyone's running Giant plus arrows. So it's just, like, not good. I could play this specific deck. I will actually play it. I said I wasn't going to. The only reason I'm going to play it is because you have other arrows bait. Like, you do have Witch, I guess, maybe. And you also end up having some other... Wait, you have Minor Poison, Void? Wait, this is wacky, dude. I'm just going to play this because it looks fun. It's not good, but it looks fun. We'll do it. Do you not have another... No, never mind. I can't play it. You only have one evolution. I said 2 evolutions or nothing. There are too many qualifiers here. I had to, like, allow way too many things. You didn't have 2 evolutions. I can't do it. Hey, Jake, please play Evo, Bomber, Princess, Mega Knight, Executioner, Tornado, Mini Pekka, Hog Rider, Arrows. That deck works-ish, but you have Princess and you have Evo Bomber. You don't want to have 2 cards that are ranged like that. It's just too flimsy. Like, you get spammed at the river and you're sitting there with a Princess and Bomber. Evo Bomber. You're like, wait, I don't want to waste my Evo Bomber that I cycled 2 evolutions towards. I don't want to drop a Princess because it just dies. You're just going to lose a game a lot. Your deck is way too flimsy. So you got to swap one of those out for Goblins or, yeah, probably Goblins. Goblins or Skeletons evolution. Probably Skeletons. You could put Skeletons at Evo. Super Saiyan guy says, hey, Jake, look, I'm distracting you here. Well, I'm seeing it after I play, so it's fine. Evo Knight, Evo Tesla, Witch. Okay, this looks fun. I'll play this. Disturbed Media says, Evo Knight, Evo Tesla, Witch, Valkyrie, Fireball, Lumberjack, Hog Rider, Monk. I made this deck and it got me to 6,000 trophies. See, this is the definition of, like, a good deck. Like, we see a Evolution Knight, which is a strong evolution. We see Evolution Tesla, which is another strong evolution. We also see like a synergy that makes sense. You have a defensive footing with Tesla and Knight, and then you also end up having like Hog Rider Monk. You can cycle back to a lot of Hog Riders with your champion 3-card cycle. You also have like defensive cards that work well to keep your Hog Rider spammed on offense while you're able to like chill with the Witch. Honestly, I think Witch could be fun. I mean, I don't think Witch is a great card. I think Lumberjack is fun as well. I think Witch plus Valkyrie are fun. Like, I think the cards in your deck are fun and they're unique. Definitely Little Prince is better than Witch in this, but you know, you already have Monk, so maybe this will work for us. I don't know. I haven't played a Witch Monk deck with Hog Rider before, like ever. So we're experimenting with something new today, I guess. Maybe a vibe. Like I like decks like this that are creative and maybe not super optimal, but like fun. You know, this is viable-ish. Where are we at? Where's the Witch? Witch is already in our deck, right? All right, cool. We're looking for Monk, and we're looking for Lumberjack, and we're looking for one other card. Let's just go take those as we can. We really want Monk in our deck, wherever it may be. Where's the Mr. Monk man? We want Lumberjack. We're looking for Monk. We're looking for Fireball. Okay, cool. So I found all the cards. Where is the Monk man? Where is he at? Oh, he's hiding in the bottom. All right, cool. Interesting deck that you don't end up having a small spell. I don't like that. I dislike the Valkyrie here. The Valkyrie seems like trash. When you end up having 4 cards that all fulfill the similar role, that's kind of bad. You have 4 cards that are all mini tanks that are melee cards that all do the same thing. You're better off removing one of them and putting in a spell, and removing another one and then putting in a cycle card like Skeletons or Ice Spirit. So right now you're going to notice that our card cycle is going to be slightly screwed because you don't have you don't have any cheap cycle cards. So I dislike that a lot. I really dislike that. It is what it is. I mean, this deck is way more viable than the other ones we were seeing, so we will play it. But yeah, whenever you see cards that fulfill the similar role, you want to remove them and then make a better version of the deck. Wanted to throw that out there because there's a lot of y'all that could improve from that. That's, I think, honestly, that is the #1 mistake that I see over and over and over again by y'all. Is a lot of you guys just put in the same type of card in your deck. Doesn't make that much sense to do. That's okay. All right, so we're probably going to get tornadoed. Let's drop our Knight in the back of the bowler so he's not able to tornado as effectively as he wants. He'll probably graveyard and we'll drop a Witch. We're going to wait a little bit for the bowler to get closer to our tower so it only gets 1 hit on our Knight. And Hog Rider here. We could even Tesla at the bridge. It's not a terrible play. I think it's okay. That's pretty bad. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. Wish we had a snowball or a log. Obviously, the graveyard skeletons are going to do a lot of damage. And that 1 barbarian is a pain. See the skeletons on the right-hand side? Because we don't have a log, we would be able to hit all those. And it's just kind of unfortunate. I guess the Tesla was super bad. I'll say, honestly, like my Tesla placement was pretty stupid. All right, yeah, we just lose. All right, I didn't play this one very well. I do not like the matchup, to be honest. Because, again, like we have like no ability to like dig ourselves out of situations when we make misplays. It's hard to play really well at all points in time if you're at my skill level or lower. Like, it's really hard to not make mistakes. And your deck doesn't allow for mistakes because the cost of the cards is so high. And, I mean, this matchup is not terrible. It's just not great because he does have Bowler, Tornado, and we have a Hog Rider deck. Even if we have Monk, it's, like, still not optimal. That's what happens. He stops the Hog Rider from getting paired with the Monk. And what he does is he's like, oh, since your stuff is separated, now I can activate King Tower. So it's like, you know, it's kind of a problem. The Void in this deck is dumb, though. His deck composition isn't very good. It doesn't matter, though, if he kind of hard counters. GG. We'll jump to the next one. So I do like the strategy of, like, running Witch with this, but the other things in your deck need to be more optimal for the Witch to work. You feel me? Like, if you're running a suboptimal card that is kind of creative and out of the box, the rest of the cards in your deck have to make sense. Oh, wow. This was even worse than I thought. He had Barbarians plus Bowler and Tornado. Yeah, that wasn't really winnable. But yeah. Your main thing that you got to swap out is I'll just do it for you really quick, honestly. I don't like the Valkyrie. Do this. Or goblins, honestly. Either work, doesn't matter. And then put in a small spell. Snowball in there or a log. Log is probably better. Arrows also works pretty well. I don't like arrows. Arrows freeze or whatever you want. Probably something along the lines of this. You do that or log. Log works pretty well too. So you beat log bait decks a little bit more effectively. Depends on your deck. Depends on what cards you have unlocked. But I think that would help you out a lot. Yeah, this deck would be infinitely better. Having a cycle with skeletons so that you could actually defend. And like, you know, have a bit of a body block. It's nice. Pretty good. You can also run Void instead of Fireball if you really want to. Yeah, your deck could be a lot better from that perspective. I do like the core. It's kind of fun, unique, but it could be better. Evo Skeletons, Evo Bomber. Woo, okay. All right. Wait, dude. Is this our first Evo Skellies in a little bit? I think so. Yo, I think we're cooking. Yo, TJ, thank you. First off, thank you for giving me 2 evolutions. That means the deck is playable. That is our baseline. I don't really care where we are. I just want to end up having 2 evolutions guaranteed. That is very important for us. If we don't have 2 evolutions, it's not playable. All right, where's the Prince Battle Ram? All right, I don't know where the Prince Battle Ram is. All right, there it is. A Prince in there as well. We'll just keep going. We just keep going out here. All right, I can't find the Prince. I feel stupid. All right, there it is. Firecracker Princess. Oof, dude, stop it. Please, guys. Not good. Not good. I mean, too many range cards like this. Evo Bomber, Firecracker Princess. These are 3 of the same thing. Like 3 of a kind. We're not going to the casino and trying to match it up, you know? That's what we are getting. It'd be a lot better from that perspective. All right. We do have like a battle ram here, but we don't have a tank. We don't have like an ice golem. We don't have a knight evolution. This should be a knight evolution, 100%. And then the deck might work. And then you remove the princess. Like right now, bro, if I could just make this deck better, I'd be like this. And then what do we do? Just put in a bandit here. You know how much better this deck is, bro? Infinitely better, man. Infinitely better. But alas, you're playing your version. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. We can make this always better whenever we decide to... Oh, man. Top 600. And... All right. All right. All right. All right, Clash. I see you. I see you. I'm just glad you're not putting a Firecracker in there. I'm very proud of you putting in the Evo Bomber. It's a lot better. Evo Bomber is a lot better than Evo Firecracker right now, in my opinion. Maybe we can get damage on the tower. He cycled the knight in the back, so we'll see. I didn't have fast enough fingers. But... we can go battle ram here. We have zap as well, possibly. Nah, we're not zapping that. He loses the entire Pekka, though. You lose against lava? Yeah, I definitely lose against lava. I lose against a lot of things with this, though. All right, we're gonna do this. Pull. Yeah, I should have pulled it faster. That was my bad. Go Prince here. I think I have Firecracker at bridge because he's gonna drop something down the middle ish. No, hopefully not there. He's gonna drop something down the middle though. I'm gonna Firecracker at bridge. No, maybe Bomber here and then Firecracker at bridge because he's probably not expecting it. His knight should survive. Oh no, tragic. Battle ram here. Firecracker at bridge. Nope. Princess at bridge. Other side basically. Firecracker here. I think Firecracker here is best. Get the arrows. Go skeletons. Princess. I mean, this works when your opponent has arrows, right? You're forcing out so much stuff. It's kind of annoying for them. It's very funny for me. What's my other evolution? Oh, it's Bomber and then what? What was the other evolution in the deck? Did I forget? I screwed up. I only have 1 Evo. Oh, Evo Skellies. My bad. I'm glad we have Jesus. Nice. What arrow is this 100%? What is he doing? Wait, he's in a bad spot, actually. Okay. Fine. He loses his tower. There's no way he defends that effectively, right? Wait, I'm going to lose to a Hog Rider. I need to go Prince here and then go in for Bomber and then also go Log. Yeah, it's so frustrating now, I'm not going to lie. You have no answer to Hog Rider in your deck, dude. 0. Like, the Hog Rider will get guaranteed damage every time. I'm looking at the deck. There's no mini Pekka. There's no Pekka. The Prince can't full counter. Yeah. This deck is definitely very, 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 very flawed. From a perspective of, like, we don't have actual ways of doing damage to his spell cycle. So, like, when his tower's at 200, we can't finish off the game. And then also on top of that, the other bad thing about it is hypothetically, right? Like if we do match into Arrow Zap like that, and then they've got like pretty good answers to bridge spam with Pekka and Barbarians and Evo Knight. Like it's really hard to win that. It's really hard to win that. So I do think that like if we can't counter their win condition, it's definitely a pretty abysmal position. We're going to go through and try to find some better decks here. I'm now going to be very critical of the decks we're playing because we did lose a lot based off matchup in a row, which is understandable because our decks were flawed. Try this one, mate. Elite Barbarians, Balloon, Log, Tesla, Void Spell, Wizard, Skeleton Army. Okay. I mean, we have a couple cards that are viable there because we have a couple evolutions. I vibe with that. The fact that we end up having Tesla evolution, we have Void Spell, we got Wizard. This is good. I think this deck is fine. Like it looked good at the start and it was so promising. I was hyped. And then we saw this and I'm like, oh my God. This is not okay. You can't have 3 cards that are ranged and flimsy all in a row. No more of those guys. I think I said I wasn't going to do that, and I just kept getting baited into trying it. Because I got like halfway through, and I kept looking at the decks. There needs to be like some availability for outplay potential instead of losing because you have flimsy cards. All right. Yeah. So this deck I should probably be able to win with, unless, yeah, I feel like this is a lot better. And we'll get like an authentic rating on it too. It's got Wizard and Tesla evolution, so should just be safe regardless. Kind of like that. I like playing strong cards, and these are very strong cards. And the synergy with Skeleton Army definitely isn't there, but it should just not be in the deck. Yeah, it shouldn't be in the deck. Skeleton Army is one of those cards that's like a bailout card for people that don't necessarily pay attention to card cycle. So if your opponents are bad, they don't pay attention to card cycle, then their Skeleton Army might surprise them like 5 times in a row. But if your opponent's good, they understand that the Skeleton Army is coming, and you get no value from it. 90% of the time, because they're going to have Zapper arrows, right? So it's just like, wait, my card's dead, and I gave them arrows chip damage on my tower. Feels really bad when that happens. Also, Ebarbs are a bad card right now. I wouldn't play them in any of my decks. They don't do enough damage or have survivability that warrants their usage in your deck. You want to be playing cards that will guaranteed give you good value in most situations. And this is not one of them. Also, this doesn't synergize with the deck. So I would probably put in Evolved Bats. Sorry, no, I'd probably put in, no. You don't have arrows, which is bad because now you can't eliminate. Yeah, you need Zap with Lumberjack or Freeze with Lumberjack. And Log doesn't work in these decks ever. And if you want to put in Skeleton Army, you got to have other bait cards. So basically, you have no answer to kill Minion Horde. Like 0. Really? I mean, you can go for Void, but it doesn't kill the Minion Horde fast enough for your Balloon to stay alive. So if we play against Minion Horde, we lose. That's what we're hoping not to match into. Even though we have Wizard, like the Wizard won't lock on the Minion Horde because they'll block the Wizard. They just block the Wizard, and the Wizard doesn't lock on the Minion Horde, and then you lose because your Balloon won't be able to do anything. Really weird Goblins. Those don't do any damage. Okay, that was good, actually. Smart on him. Makes sense. Does get a hit. Feels bad, man. I bet you he doesn't respond to the Wizard. No, he does. All right, cool. He spent Elixir. All right, we get a Balloon into Bats. Okay, this is okay. This is manageable. he logs this, I lose. Okay, we're still in a bad spot. But that was as good as it could have been. All right, so we have to think of how are we going to win this? What is the strategy here? What's the game plan? Since we have Balloon, we have to break through bats with a wizard and lock onto the bats when we know our opponent is not going to be bad enough to like let us lock on the bats. We kind of have to force him to be down a lot of elixir. The Ebarbs in the back, and he's probably going to try to bomb tower that in later stage of the game. But usually, like, effective cards like the Knight. Watch how he gets a positive elixir trade into this. Yeah, oh, actually, never mind. He did a bad play. That was interesting. Let's just wizard in the back. Got poison. It's bad. Doesn't kill the wizard, though, right? This guy's playing terribly. All right, cool. Like, I didn't expect him to, like, overcommit and then not kill the wizard. Now he's going to have to go bomb tower and it's going to get voided. Huh. Guess not. Rip. Rip dip potato chip. I get no damage. That feels really bad. Skeleton army at the bridge. Hopefully we can force out a bomb tower if we're lucky. Probably won't happen, but evil wall breakers are fine. I'll allow that. These are bad Ebarbs. I need to drop more stuff, though. Alright, he's going to have no daggers on his Duchess, so... Applying pressure here is not the worst thing in the world, you know? He's going to poison on the wizard, so I get nothing from this. Actually, never mind. We can log here. We're fine. That's actually really good. I'll take it. Can't do much here, though. Kind of frustrating to play against something like that. So we really want to apply pressure, but, you know, it's, like, not the right play. We got the bats out of him. That's weird. Bats go other side, I'm going to be tilted. I'm tilted. Wizard here. Knew he was going to drop a miner. Thought he would drop it in a better spot. Didn't, though. Alright, that's going to die, but the bats are just going to stay alive just long enough to troll me. We get one hit on the tower. That might be two if we're lucky. Kind of close. Go for a wizard prediction on the goblins. It's not bad at the game, unfortunately. We want to go in for a balloon as soon as we can. Man, I really thought he was going to do bats there. Definitely banking on the bats a little bit much, weren't I? Alright, really good log on our end. That's not going to work. Bro, what are you thinking? Bro is trying to cook. Wait, he's dead now. He can't cycle that. Balloon here. It's over. Just kill the knight, and then he kills the bats with the wizard. Easy light work. I play that so much better than him. Yeah, if he cycled bats correctly, he would have actually won that 100%. All you had to do is block wizard, and because you have no spell in your deck, you have like void doesn't kill the bats instantly, so it's kind of a problem. If you look at how void works, you see how it does 2 to 4. It does 233, right? And 5 or more, when there's 5 bats, you don't instantly kill the bats. It's a huge problem, my guy. If I am targeting 5 troops or more and I can't kill the bats in one tick, it is frustrating because the bats kill your balloon. This deck does not work. It just straight up doesn't work, like at all. The issue here is you need arrows, you need zap, you need something. If you're running skeleton army, like, we could do this, man. This looks better for me. The reason why I like this more is the synergy with Lumberjack. When you're a Lumberjack plus, this looks so much better. You have Skeleton Army against Goblin Barrels. You can drop the Skeleton Army in the back. That works. You can also run Guards. Guards work really, really well because you don't even need Arrows Bait with Guards. I like this 10 billion% better. The Zap allows you to reset towers. Then you can maybe break through with your balloon. It allows you to immediately kill bats. It allows you to kill minions with Lumberjack rage damage plus zap, or freeze plus zap, or Tesla plus zap. There's so many different ways. And then you can zap things so your Ebarbs immediately get damage. It feels terrible to run Elite Barbarians with a log because you can't clean up anything in the middle. Dude, even if we put in a rage, wait, this would be better. Like, bro, you would be slapping. You'd be slaying ladder if you just made a few adjustments to the deck. It would be so good. This is actually like a pretty fun deck to play Ebarbs again. Like, I might want to play Ebarbs with this. Like, this looks like a deck that I will play for a video. Screw it. I might even make a video on this. I'm going to keep this deck in one of my slots. I like this. I like playing Wizard with Rage and then raging up the Ebarbs and Balloon. And I haven't made an Ebarbs video in forever because Ebarbs are pretty bad. But I think you could make Ebarbs work with this deck since you do have the Wizard to make predictions on like cheap bait cards that are distracting you. But yeah. Your deck right now, like 6.5. It's better than the decks without evolutions and stuff. But yeah, it's just super flawed because you had Void with a Balloon when you can't really break through because, you know, they just drop bats or minions and you're sitting there like, oh, wait, my Wizard won't target it because they got a Knight. They're going to drop something so you can't, like, you're not going to lock onto the bats and then you just lose every time. Anyway, I'm glad I was able to highlight why the deck didn't work because you are going to be targeting 5 cards. All right. Keep looking. Skeletons. Yo, TJ, I think I saw your deck earlier. Thank you for that. Arjun says Evo Barbs, Evo Wiz, Mirror, Void, Arrows, Knight, Firecracker, and Recruits. I'm not going to play any more Firecrackers unless they're not evolved, and yours is not evolved, so I think I'll play it. I'll try it. This is a unique deck. I kind of vibe with it. Also, I'm not going to say that I'm going to be able to get through every single deck today. There's no way I am. Like, I'm trying my hardest, but this is a lot of gameplay. A lot more gameplay than we intended to play, so we'll play a few more, and then we'll be done. Maybe win 2 more games, all right? We'll play 2 more. A lot of donations, though, so I'll try to get through all of these, but I can't get through all of them. You feel me? A lot that we're going to be missing. I'll try to read the donations. I'm not able to read all the messages in the chat. We'll do another free-to-play message as well. So whoever in this chat spamming, we'll do a free-to-play message as well at the end. We always do a free-to-play at the end. Every time as well. Fun. All right. Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fair? Oh. Let's ruin that. All right, let's ruin this. This deck doesn't matter. Evo Barbs. Where you at? And then we want Mirror, Void, Arrows. Mirror, Void, Arrows. Mirror, Void, Arrows. And then we want Arrows. I mean, that works. I kind of like that. I think Mirror is a terrible card unless there's a card that's overpowered. I don't really like. I mean, I guess you could mirror up a Void and do more damage, but it's already overkill. Like, it doesn't matter. Unless there's some weird interactions that Mirror Void does that I don't know and other people don't know, then that could be a pretty cool thing. But I don't think Mirror works with any other card in this deck. Like, there's no reason to mirror up anything. All the other cards suck, right? Like, these cards are not good to mirror. These cards are all not good to mirror. Because the only reason you would be cycle... Like, you want to be spamming more evolutions than mirroring up cards and spending, like, 6 elixir on a wizard that's... like a card that you already don't want to cycle. It's not like you get an advanced wizard. You don't get like a mirrored up evolved wizard. No, you get the trash version of wizard that you're reluctantly cycling to get to the evolved wizard. So why would you want to spend more elixir to get the card that you don't want to cycle? That's a huge problem. So just want to be completely crystal clear. If we're running mirror in a situation where we're cycling cards that we don't want to be cycling, this is a dead card to me. I don't like it in the deck. It should be Skeleton Barrel or something. Wait, you don't even have Link Edition. I'm changing your deck because I already spent the time to build it. I already spent the time to build it. So we will play your deck, but it's awful unless we put in a Skeleton Barrel. Mirror should not be in the deck. Sorry. Really bad. Really bad card. You have no win condition. And it's a garbage card that I wouldn't play anyway. So now we have a chance of winning. Maybe. We'll see. Also, I don't really like Knight in your deck because it's not evolved. Hopefully that makes sense, though. It's just like, it's important to play cards that are actually good. Too slow will get crushed by heavy cards. No, this is fine. The card cycle is not, like, slow enough to lose me the game. We have some 3-cost cards. It's not, like, 4 or 5 cards exclusively. And y'all might think, like, 4 or 5-cost cards make, like, what's the difference between 3 and 5 costs? Like, it's not that big of a difference, Jake, but it is. It really is. If you play the game a lot, you'll notice. Bye. See you later, Balloon. If this skeleton barrel pops on the tower, I'll be proud. Wait, it just died immediately. Nice. Would love to hear your feedback. Evo Firecracker, Evo Mortar, Log, Phoenix, Gobs, Drill, Mighty Miner, E-Spirit. I actually played that. I think I just played it. Is the blacking? I don't like it. I think like swap out the Mighty Miner for Monk. That would make your deck a lot better. E-Tesla, Night Bowler, Goblin Barrel, Arrows, Tesla, Tornado, Little Prince, RC. I don't know what RC is, but Skeleton Barrel is like not great. I'd say it only really works with recruits because you're overwhelming on both sides, and then they don't have any daggers left over, so then you can get damage usually. I protect from avoid. Did not happen. Feels bad, man. If that gets okay. We do something degenerate. I think we become full degen. Try it. Do it right. Hunter's dead. Wizard's still alive. He's gonna Mega Knight on that, but we might lose the Mega Knight. Nope. Nope, that didn't work. Firecracker doesn't die. No, this is so bad. Feels weird to be playing recruits without the evolution. What was the evolution? Oh, I'm not playing Evo recruits. Wait, was Evo recruits in the... No, it was Evo, like, wizard. Ah, that's weird. The deck leaves a lot to be desired with the recruits not never breaking through. I think having Evo Barbs and Evo Wizard... sorry, Evo Barbs and Evo recruits in the same deck is kind of weird. PH. I'm not going to be able to afford it. I'm poor. I afforded it. Let's go. I still didn't get damage despite spending that low amount of elixir and getting a positive trade against the Mega Knight. Feels bad, man. Imagine like spending all of your elixir on the right side and still not getting damage and knowing that your Knight would defend if you could get it. It's crazy, man. That's sad. A little bit sad, not gonna lie, bro. A little bit sad, brother, man. Ah! How dare you? I'm gonna lose. Oh no. Or nor. Or nor. Wait. Please? Please just be bad at the game. Please be bad at the game, sir. Wait. We just ignore the entire Mega Knight. It's just not gonna work, but... What is he doing? Oh, I just lose. Wow. Amazing. Well played, dude. You're so good. You're so good. You're so good. Alright, we'll jump to the next one. Evo Knight, Evo Recruits, Witch, Night Witch, Monk, Sparky, Rage. Wait, that looks so fun, dude. Alright, so this deck... Yeah, I mean, the issue with it, again, like, it was even worse when you didn't have a Wink Edition. At least with Skeleton Barrel, there was a way to get damage. You can't really have Evo Barbs and then Evo, like, regular recruits in the deck. It kind of has to be something like this. And then instead of having the Barbarians being strong because of that, like, them being evolved, the better thing to do is just do this. If you're hellbent on putting in the recruits in the deck, you want to have a card that can activate King Tower or allow for good defenses. Like, we can defend against the Mega Knight for 3 elixir by just dropping Fisherman's all day long, bro. Super good. We would have won the game with Fisherman, no doubt. But you can't necessarily do that, you know? And then the Fisherman pulls the Valkyrie away from the Mega Knight. Yeah, his deck was atrocious, but can't really win that one. So we'll try it. We'll try it. So yeah, this deck would have been good. This would be like an 8 for me, maybe. But your deck before with the Barbs is like a 7, maybe. Not really that great. All right, so I do like recruits, though. I think recruits are fun. They're just not a good card. Again, we were running it back with Evo recruits, but thankfully we get Evo Knight. Thank you guys for blessing me with an overpowered card. I appreciate that. We like playing overpowered cards. Overpowered cards are a good way to win Clash Royale games. Witch, Night Witch, Monk. Y'all like the Witch, Night Witch, Monk. I can't believe that won me a game earlier. That was so funny. It was a fun experience. Like, I want to run it back just because of that. Like, I actually, out of all the decks that we played today, the one that surprised me the most was the one that I thought I wouldn't win. And then it just hard countered every giant deck. Like, that was so funny. The triple witch deck was just fun and funny to play. Like, it wasn't the most optimal version of the deck. Definitely wasn't. But it was so fun. Like, I really thoroughly enjoyed that game. Like, I hope this gives us a similar result, you know? That's what I'm aiming for here. All right, we're going to put in a Rage. And then we're missing one more card. Monk, Sparky, Rage, Night Witch, Evo Recruits, Witch, Evo Knight. All right, we're going to go through it. Evo Recruits, Knight, Witch, Night Witch. We have those. Monk, Sparky, Rage. And you're just missing a card. You didn't type the last card. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to put in a card that I want to play. I'm going to put in a Tornado because I think it's pretty good with this type of strategy. Put in a Giant as well, but I just want to end up having that reliability, having Tornado with Sparky, and then also being able to activate King Tower, and then having a way of dealing with other win conditions that come at me. I think Tornado is just a good card to put in this deck. All right. Let's go. I'm so happy that we get Evo Knight, though. Like, this, I'm telling you, if you guys just put Evo Knight in your deck over Evo Firecracker, as you get better at the game, you will win more games. Maybe at lower arenas, it doesn't matter, but at higher arenas where I am, or like higher ranks, when I'm top 1,000 in the world or whatever, Evo Knight is going to be played way more prevalently than a Evo Firecracker that is basically non-existent. Kind of a bad card. All right, let's just protect. Oh my gosh, he just bar-billed in his own face. What is he doing? What the dog doing? What the dog doing? Well, he's dead, so there's that. We didn't really get an authentic review of the deck because he just died in 2 seconds. Man, it's kind of funny though. I mean, I do enjoy the fact that you have the Monk to protect. I like the fact that like this deck is probably really good at crushing noobs because they see like a Monk and they're like, wait, what do I do here? And then they drop cards into it and then they lose. Kind of a fun thing. I would say Robster's deck is like interesting. It's definitely unique. Is it good at top level? Probably not. It's a very fun deck to play. I think you need to keep the Tornado in the deck, and you need to learn how to play that card. I think the Witch is like slightly suboptimal, but it's fun to play with. Like the Witch is really fun to play. I don't know. Maybe Witch will get better, right? Because there's going to be less poison, less firecracker. So Witch definitely got a buff in the new balance changes, actually. You know what? Screw it. Maybe I have to experiment more with Witch. Maybe I'm just straight up wrong. Maybe Witch is a card that like started to become okay. Maybe it's a decent card to play ever since the balance changes. Because Firecracker being worse is like a huge buff. A huge buff to it. So it's nice. I actually like that. I think if we learned anything from today, not only did we learn like a really good Pekka deck to play, but we have found that Witch is a card that I should be like not knocking as much. And hopefully you guys learned some stuff. It seems like a lot of y'all have not from the previous experiences where I've been saying the same thing. Please don't put 5 range cards in the same deck. But maybe next time y'all will not do that. I'm just praying. Please. No more Firecracker, Bomber, Princess decks. Can you give me a good Skeleton Giant deck, please? You can type in Skeleton Giant or Skeleton King or Skeleton Giant or Giant Skeleton in the YouTube search and type in SirTag and they'll pop up with a good one. Evo Archers, Evo RG, Dark Prince, Lumberjack, Mega Minion, Zap, Princess, Miner. You can't have Princess with RG. Your RG is your win condition. You really don't want a Princess in there unless you're running it with like Goblin Barrel, Skeleton Army, and a whole bunch of bait. I do like the Evo Archers with Princess. I just think the Miner is utterly unnecessary. So what I would do with your deck's flow, since you have Evo Archers, Evo RG, Dark Prince, Lumberjack, Mega Minion, Zap, you got to have a more cohesive deck. I would just abandon it and run an Evo RG deck with Lumberjack and use the Rage from the Lumberjack to enable your Royal Giant to do more damage. You could run like an Evo RG deck with Monk and like Lumberjack and then maybe a Fisherman and a Phoenix or a Mega Minion with Zap and Electro Spirit, and that would work really well. But you can't run what you're running, and then put in a Fireball if you have the room for it. But you really have to remove pretty much everything and make it better that way. And if you want to run another evolution, you could run Evo Archers, but then you have to keep it a bait deck, and then you could run like Monk with it. Like, you really don't want the Miner. Put in a Monk with your Royal Giant, and then remove the Princess, and try to put either a Hunter or something that's reliable for damage, because you don't have it. You need a Fisherman or a Hunter. You need something that can actually do damage. Anyway, hopefully that helps, man. Also, Ayush Goring just dropped $2 and didn't even say anything. Thank you, man. Oh, actually, he dropped another one. So he says, Knight, Bomber, Graveyard, Giant, Void, Arrows, Little Prince. That's a super strong deck, dude. I've played it a lot. Ayush, that is a very, very, very good deck. I mean, that's like a 9 out of 10. You're running Giant Void. There's not much that beats that. I can't make a game on that again because I played it a lot. It's just boring. Very, very good deck, though. Your deck is the best one today, but I'm not going to count it as an original deck. I can't say that because I can't play it, because it is a deck that's in the top 100 and everyone's playing it. It's just stupidly strong. Evo, and it's the first deck that I played today. If anyone wants to go back and see the deck, just broken. You could run Graveyard as well, and that's what he did. He made a slight adjustment. Arjun says Evo Barbs, Mirror Void. I think I played it. I don't like the mirror. I can't play the mirror. Evo Skeleton, Bomber, Princess, Battle Ram, Prince, Log, Zap, Firecracker. First time I've been able to catch the stream live. Thank you, Banana. I did play your deck. I'm sorry if the review was harsh, but I have to be real with you. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I want to see you improve. I want to see everyone else improve. And I also don't want to be that type of channel that lies to people, right? Like, if you guys come here for advice on decks or on just like asking questions, I want to give you an authentic result. Like, I want to tell you guys how I feel. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I don't want to be like that channel that just you can't depend on from that stuff. Like, I want to tell you guys how I actually feel and stuff. I've been watching you for years. I don't know what war decks you use. You've helped me get better. Can you help me by chance? For war decks, you just got to run decks that have different cards that are strong. I know it's hard to say. Like, it's a very easy answer that I just gave you. That's like, didn't really give you any information, but I don't know what cards you have unlocked. So it's hard for me to say. Try to use your highest level cards over synergies. The highest level cards are always the most important to run in War Day. Like, they're always really, really important. All right. Let's keep going. I hit Ultimate Champion watching your stream. Thanks for the positive vibes. Love you loads. Congrats, man. That's a W, Lloyd Graham. We love to hear that. Levi, thank you for the 11. And then Hades says, Evo Valk, Evo Tesla, Cannon Cart, Miner, Poison, Log, Phoenix, Fire Spirit, and Dagger Tower. I'll play that, man. You got two evolutions. You got two strong evolutions right now. Evo Valkyrie, believe it or not, is actually a decent evolution. Like, it is viable. It used to be trash, and now it's actually pretty good, man. I vibe with it. I like it a lot. The one card that I actually do dislike, believe it or not, is going to be Firecracker now, which really fell out of favor. I would just run regular Firecracker. I think like Hog Rider decks are not going to have Firecracker in them. They're just going to be like Firecracker as like a regular Firecracker. And then it's still going to be strong because you get arrows and you don't waste an evolution slot. Personally, I would never run Evo Firecracker anymore. Screw that card. I think I can run regular Firecracker with Evo Skeletons, Evo Knight, and that would probably be really strong, to be honest. Or maybe even Evo Ice Spirit over Evo Firecracker. Honestly, screw it. I'd run Evo Ice Spirit over Evo Firecracker. Like, I'm that committed to the cause, which is hilarious because I don't think I'd ever say that, unironically. All right. Or at least in a deck where you don't have other bait cards, you know. All right, so we have this. Oh, Minor Poison. My bad, dude. Why did I put that in? I guess I can't follow instructions. It might not be the smartest sir today. I'm sorry about that, bro. You gave me instructions. They were very clear, and I was like, nah, let's steer the other way. I'm super sorry. That was pretty dumb. All right, so I kind of like Evo Mortar when it's buffed. Obviously, your deck is better as is. You're chilling. I don't think I would change anything about this. Maybe remove Phoenix, put in Little Prince for faster card cycle. That probably is the best thing. Fire Spirit's actually pretty bad right now. Reason why Firecracker sucks, or sorry, Fire Spirit sucks. Wow, I just try to find every opportunity to say bad things about Firecracker. The reason why Fire Spirit is bad is because if you think about it, you really want to get damage with your Fire Spirit. But since all the towers kill Fire Spirit, Dagger Duchess and Cannoneer kill Fire Spirit, you're not even able to get it to reach the tower. You're better off using a defensive version, like an Ice Spirit or Electro Spirit. So you're always trying to think, what am I trying to accomplish with my card? The card can't accomplish what its design goal is. You probably don't want to play it. So that's why Fire Spirit is not a good card in the game right now. So I would sub that out for an Ice Spirit or an Electro Spirit. Probably Ice Spirit, so that you don't activate King Towers often. I would really recommend that. Highly, highly recommend. Man, I guess the Tesla prediction didn't work out because he dropped off to the side. Feels bad, man. Oh my gosh, are you the only person in the game? No way, bro. This ain't real life. We're going to lose if that continues to happen. That's not a good position for us to be in. Not going to lie. You can't tornado that. He's going to Valkyrie and make a prediction. Well played. This guy's playing really, really well. Genuinely, he's playing better than me, and he deserves to beat me. This is a game where I am getting outplayed. I don't like when that happens, but it is happening here. We are getting outplayed, and also probably don't have matchup advantage, but he's playing better than me. So even if you do have like a worse matchup and your opponent plays better than you, you have to just honestly own up to that and be like, hey, you're better than me right now. You're playing a lot better than me, bro. I need to play better to win this game. Like, if he just outplays me like 5 times in a row, like, that's kind of bad. Or maybe he surprises me, which I guess maybe isn't an outplay, but it's also something that I could have possibly foreseen and not done something stupid like that. Well played on his end, genuinely. All right, so we're going to start logging on the drill, and that's going to be our best way of countering it. He might understand that that's a play later on. He'll probably learn a new mechanic from this if he doesn't already know, which he probably doesn't. All right, Magic Archer dies. Wait, please just target the drill. Please target the drill. Cool. All right, watch Goblins just die. See that? That's crazy. So easy. Really nice. Very cool. Wow. That was really, really good. Great gameplay on our end. For once. It happens once in a while, eh? You know? Awesome poison value. Great pull with the Fire Spirit from our opponent. He's just playing this really well. He's a great player. Like, seriously, I respect the heck out of him. I don't say that very often at, like, lower rank pushes. Like, very rarely do I respect players that we're playing against at, like, a skill level. This guy is really good. Alright, I'm not playing well, so he's probably gonna Valkyrie. Good for us. Alright, we got a miner here. Maybe if there's a lot of chaos going on, we'll maybe win. Got a poison. The Phoenix locks on a tower, that's huge, but probably not gonna happen. So let's cannon card here. Go for another Phoenix. Just keep spamming. Just keep spamming. Just keep spamming. Good miner on his end, I guess. I just keep spamming, I guess. Hey, is that the way that we want to play? You already know. Alright, I did cycle log, that's not great. If he, like, goes in for an evil Magic Archer, I will cry. Alright, he did it. I'm dead. He NATOs this? Nope. I actually just lost. But I knew he was going to do it. I knew he was good enough. Said he was going to do it. He did it. That was really smart. This guy's a great player. We're trying to finesse it a little bit. It's unlikely. Oh, we're doing damage to the tower with the tornado. Trying to keep his daggers pretty limited. And maybe winning off that. That's like the only way we can win. I should time it a little bit better, but it's fine. Wow, he played that really well. It's gonna mess me where. Oh, he did. Alright, we're gonna lose. Can't win this one, guys. You just played better than me. Yeah. Deserved loss. GG. You played super, super well. I don't think we would change much about the deck. I mean, it just does lose when you play against someone that has a Tornado plus Evo Bomber, Evo Firecracker, because they do outdamage you. The Minor Poison just doesn't do as much damage after the Poison got nerfed. One thing that I like doing is like when I was running Minor Poison, I really liked it when I was running a Mortar or like another way of getting damage, right? So like either Wall Breaker's Minor Poison or like, I don't know, something else, because the Miner just dies so fast to the Dagger Duchess. So if they can get damage with a chip damage card like Magic Archer or Evo Bomber or Evo Firecracker, like not Evo Firecracker, regular Firecracker, then they can win the game, right? Like it's kind of hard to outdamage them. And if you play better than them the entire game, you can win. But this is like a hard deck to play and pilot and win with at higher skill levels. Like when people go for direct damage, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. Very good player. Guy deserved to beat me. All right. I've been waiting for input on this deck for months. Made my day. I'm glad, man. I'm happy to hear that, bro. Hell yeah. Make sure that you saw this, but you did improve our deck. I played with the new cards and it's like 10% or 10x better. Switch Bomber for Evo Knight and Princess for Bandit. Chef's kiss. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, dude, I think that it could be optimized even further, right? Like the Bandit might not be the best opportunity in that deck. Like maybe you could put in, I don't know, a higher cost card. Maybe I don't really remember what the deck was specifically. There's definitely different things you can swap out. Like maybe you could play a Pekka. Maybe you could go and play like a Mega Knight. There's a chance there could be a Lumberjack in there. I don't remember the deck specifically right now, but you can try different things. You could try Royal Ghost instead of the Bandit. There's a lot of different opportunities there, but like having 3 range cards that are super flimsy, it kind of ruins the synergy of the deck a little bit, because sometimes you're like forced to drop a range card and you're like, wait, I have to drop a card at the river and attack him, and it's so predictable. But if you have other ways of applying pressure, like going Bandit at the bridge, they're probably not going to drop something directly into the Bandit at the bridge. They're not like wanting to make a prediction on the Bandit at the bridge. But they do want to predict your Princess or your Evo Bomber or your Firecracker. So you want to like have more options available so your opponent is screwed because they're sitting there like trying to scrutinize what they should do and then they don't know what to do. Just want to give you that bit of information. It's not just like your options, but it's also limiting your opponent's options. Also, Lewis, thank you for the $1. And then TJ again, thanks for all the money, man. That all the money goes back into the channel and creates better content. All right, so yeah, let's do some free-to-play ones that were in the chat. So let's see if there's any good ones here. Ooh. Oh, wait, this is fun. Shadow Knight Gaming. No donation, just straight vibes. And he's been here for a bit. Let's do it. So he says, Evo Skeletons, Evo Zap. Oh, this could be super fun. I'm actually here for it, man. I'm here for it. Let's get it. Let's get some good games here. Giant Miner. Skeleton King. Fireball Mega Minion Minions. Oh, this is going to be so much fun, man. I'm actually hyped. I'm gassed up for this one. This one looks good. It's like not super unique or anything, but it's unique enough. Unique enough for me. All right, we got that. We got Mega Minion, we got Fireball, and we got Miner in there. And then we're good. We're good to go if we put in this Fireball. All right, I mean, I like it. I mean, you got bait cards in there. I think a Night Witch is probably a bit better than running a Mega Minion. But, you know, is what it is. Or you could swap out the minions for the Mega Minion. Or the minions for the Night Witch. But yeah, you really want Night Witch with Giant. It's just a little bit better, generally. Electro Spirit's going to be a pain in the butt. But fine. Let's see how this goes. Probably not great, but we'll pop ability anyway. See if we can get damage. Good zap on those just to kill the goblins a little bit quicker. Maybe get some damage with the skellies if we're lucky. Yeah, I think we get a couple hits. Not much, but it's actually forcing log. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Not going to fib. 3 skeletons on a tower forcing a log is awesome. That's pretty hilarious. All right, so he's going to go in for a Hog Rider. If we go Mega Minion and skellies, I think it full counters. Just go Mega Minion first, and Skellies, and figure it out from there. Alright, also we can do one of these. Oh, he has regular Firecracker. He's a smart sir. He's a smart sir. Appreciate you being an intellectual individual. Alright, we can slap that real quick and then not get any damage, but, you know. Try our hardest here. I think we got to go for Evo Skellies at the bridge. And then I think they're going to start multiplying like crazy. So some of them can go over the river and through the woods. And then force out stuff from the Cannoneer that he doesn't want to drop. He's going to freak out and drop Electro Spirit. It's obviously pretty good for us. Go for Skeleton King and Mega Minion. And then see what else we can do. Maybe we can Miner here as well. Kind of hard to justify. We do have Evo Zap. I'm just going to let this go, I think. I'm just going to let this go. It'll be hard for us to kill the Firecracker, and then, like, it's just not worth overcommitting. I want to go Minions, because then they will kill the Hog Rider with the Dagger Duchess. Guaranteed. A little bigger push here. He doesn't have Firecracker in cycle, so he just dropped it, so he's not going to be able to spam us. Okay, this is actually a little bit annoying. How much damage does he get? Probably not enough to take us out. Looking really bad, though. Especially with the Cannoneer. Like, I think he just does kill our Giant. Really suboptimal, eh? Off the ability. I don't even get the ability down. Yes, this is a really rough matchup. Sometimes you do end up playing against people that have really smart deck decisions. Like this guy, he didn't even use like the Firecracker that was in, like that dies to arrows and stuff. He just used the good one. And then after that, he used the Cannoneer to kill Giants. And then, you know, like everything about it is kind of tough. We don't have an answer to Hog Rider in our deck. So we just lose this one based off the virtue of matchup. I do think after towers got implemented in the game, a lot of times you will win or lose games a little bit more often based off of like what tower are you facing. This is definitely one of those situations where tower did kind of counter it. I like the deck. I want to play it again. I want to give it another go because I don't think we're going to be playing against Cannoneer very often. I think it's okay. It's just like we don't have answers to Hog Rider, and the Cannoneer was really, really hard for us to get damage through. The Dagger Duchess would have enabled us to win way more frequently. I just wanted to just throw that out there. I think the Dagger Duchess was way easier for us to play into than that. Which is fine, you know. Part of the game. Alright, so we can go Giant in the back and build something up that way. And then maybe we can go in for like Skeleton King. Oh! Oh, whoa. Dude, what is this? Okay. All right. That's wild. Sick, man. All right. This is really, really good for us. Fireball. Giant's not going to die. And then he's in a bad spot. That Giant's about to do 10 billion damage to the tower. Especially if we zap on that. I mean, that's game. That's game. That's it. Cool thing about this deck is the offensive capabilities, right? Especially into Dagger Duchess, because the Giant just soaks up all the damage, right? It's kind of a problem. Run it back, eh? What does he do? He just loses the tower? Yeah, he definitely loses tower. He's going to build up a lot of bats, but does lose tower, so there's that. Nice. 5 elixir wasted for me, but not the end of the world. If he doesn't get a Lava Hound in front of this is very bad for him. Yeah, he did not get a Lava Hound in front of that, safe to say. We're going to go Skeleton King so we can savor the Mega Minion. And then see if we can combat whatever he decides to do soon. No Miner here, and then Evo Skellies. Let's not even mess with that, eh? Just do it. Maybe we force the arrows. Maybe we force arrows, and then we go for minions on defense, and it's free. Yeah, free defense. Light work. Super easy stuff. I played that really well. I knew that like if we tried to focus on defending, we wouldn't have been able to defend because he would just arrows the minions and they needed skeleton dragons me and I'd lose. So important to realize that. Gonna drop barbs, we'll fireball zap them. Fireball zap. Light work. Making predictions out here. Oh yeah. Wait, do I even need a fireball zap or do they just die? I don't think the barbs died of zap anymore. Fireball anymore. Or sorry, I don't think they died of fireball. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be wrong. Y'all let me know, alright? You're right, or was I wrong? We're gonna go minions. He's gonna arrows this. Fine. Not like it even matters. Evo zap on this, and it's all dead. This is such an easy defense. Watch this. Goodbye. See you later, my guy. Then we go Skelly King, and it's just it. They'll go in for a barb, so we'll fireball on them again. Knew it. predicted it. Dropped this fireball preemptively. And so yeah, those are the games that it should look like. I think this deck is pretty good. I think it's like 7.9. It's not really an 8, but it's fun, man. I like it. I mean, giant decks intrinsically do have an advantage over every other deck in the meta. It's also cool that you have Fireball. A lot of people are going to assume you have Giant Void. So what do? They stack up all their stuff together. You have Fireball on the freaking Wizard and the Tower and also their building, and then you laugh at them and you win the game. And it's so toxic. So I really like this deck. Super cool. Like 7.9. It's not as good as Void decks. It's not as good as the Pekka Void deck. It's not as good as the Bridge Spam decks. But it's fun. And that's the reason why I wanted to show it. All right, we'll play a couple more. All right. Goblin Giant, Triple Prince, nah. Not. Give me some other stuff. Giant Skeleton, Ice Wizard, Tesla, Golden Knight. Nah, not playing Golden Knight. Trash card. Never play Golden Knight. It's one of the worst cards in the game. Evil Recruits, Evil Wizard, Evil Wall Breakers. We've already played something like that. Evil Knight, Evil Wizard, Graveyard Fisherman, Night Witch, Giant Poison. All right, I'll play that. Because we haven't played that. We have not played a Fisherman deck. I mean, I think there were some decks that were suggested like that. I'm not going to put this as a high-ranked deck because it's not fair since it is not very innovative. But I will play it. I'll allow it. Because a lot of you guys have been asking, please play Giant Graveyard. Please play Giant Graveyard. Please play Giant Graveyard. Well, I'll play one game. But a bunch of very strong ones. This is probably one of the better decks in Clash Royale right now. The one that we're about to play, I would say this is like top 5 decks in the game right now. It's not his deck, by the way. But we will play it. We'll play it. If you do want to be a filthy individual and just slaughter your opponent senselessly, this is a good deck to do it. Not gonna lie. Oh, wait. It has poison. Never mind. Not the regular version that I like. Definitely not the version that I like. You want Void and Arrows. You do not want this version. This is a bad version. Should always be Void over poison here, man. Giant, Wiz, Fisherman, Night Witch, Poison. We're missing a Fisherman. Run that too. Put that in here. And let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Use Ice Golem Cycle. We're not doing Ice Golem Cycle. But yeah, if you guys have been enjoying the content, definitely drop a thumbs up on it. Let's get as many likes as we can so this video can get pushed out to more people so we can create even better content for y'all. So yeah, shout out to everyone that's here. If you guys want to see more good content in the future, definitely drop a like on the video and subscribe, because if you are one of the first people that comes to this type of live stream, then you will get your deck played 100% guaranteed. I always play the first few decks that pop into live chat. Played the first 2, I think, this time. All right, what are we doing here? Is there any way to win? With a Wizard here? Probably not spamming that. I'm going to go Graveyard with a Naked Wizard and not do anything else, because let's think about it pragmatically. We exhaust all the daggers. The arrows are probably going to be pretty good for us, depending on what he does. Nah, never mind. We get nothing because he has a Little Prince broken card. Little Prince is like a better Musketeer for less elixir. Very fun. I might have actually just lost the game. I hope not, but we'll see. This is really not looking good. I hope he pops a bad ability. Okay, that's what we're hoping for. Thank you, buddy. Because he loses Little Prince, he loses that, and then the Night Witch spawns bats, and then we get nothing from them, but it's fine. It's okay. I think the bats actually do damage. Force out Phoenix. Never mind. We're doing Night. Wait, do I not have Graveyard in the deck? Yo, I don't have Graveyard in the deck. I messed up. Oops. Or no, I have Graveyard in the deck. I just did it. Haha, I forgot. Dude, the one time your poison benefits? Oh, no, man. I can't. This feels a little bit dirty to be running poison in this matchup and being like, wow, it's better in this one specific use case. Because it is. It is better in this use case. But, like, we don't want to, man. We don't want to, all right? Scummy. Scummy, sir. If he lets this cross, then he's crazy. Yeah, he just lost the game, I think. There's no way. There's no way Little Prince completely kills this. Even if he pops ability. He should still take a lot of damage. There's no way. There's no way it's that broken. Little Prince is so unfair. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, bro. That is so undeserved. Funny, but it's undeserved. Holy heck, brother, man. Insane. Alright, finally, he doesn't Little Prince it. Thank goodness. Oh, there it is. Screw it. Like when I witch on the other side so he can't graveyard me. You shall not pass. I mean, he probably does. He poisons and doesn't kill. Kind of funny. I'll allow it. He's just dead? Nani? How is the Little Prince not dead yet? How is it not dead? How is that stupid card not dead? Oh my gosh, that is unbelievably triggering. That card is so strong. Holy. He should have lost the game. I thought we were going to take an entire tower. Yo, that doesn't even make sense, brother man. I'm triggered. We're going to giant graveyard on the other side. We have to. We can't go same side anymore. Annoying. We need them to get counter pushed to the wrong side. We can just pop down a poison and be okay with it. Thank goodness he's just like overcommitting like crazy. We pull everything back, wizard splashes, and then we giant graveyard again. No way we're letting that lock on onto our tower, bro. Who do you think I am? Is there a scrub? Probably not. Hopefully not. I hate that card, though. Little Prince is like what nightmares are made of. Dude, we had such a good matchup, and that Little Prince actually allowed him to maybe win. Insane. Insane that card defended against the graveyard. By far, one of the best plays that we've seen all day from our opponent. That was so smart. I want to show that placement again. You guys can watch what he did. This was like CRL level defense of like the Little Prince plus ability. It was really, really smart. Like that is something that happens when I push up like way past where I should be on ladder. And we're way lower than I normally am. So like this is a great play that you just got to respect the opponent. When they play well, you got to honestly be like, wow, I had matchup and he defended that. Like what a good player. Like that's what I try to do. Like I try to be honest about it. He played better than me this game. I think he actually deserved to beat me. I did not deserve to win this game. The deck that I'm playing is a little bit broken, but yeah. So watch, I have Evo Knight in graveyard, and he defends with 6 elixir, and he only takes 500 damage. That's insane. Like that is so well played. The Little Prince, the attack speed is crazy quick though, so it's kind of unfair. It is a little bit unfair. You drop it behind your tower, then you pop the ability, and then the ability swoops up and kills the skeletons. It also blocks and knocks the knight back. You drop it behind your tower, not in front of your tower. That is the most optimal placement. Y'all can incorporate that into your own games. If you're running Little Prince against Graveyard, you only take 500 damage. And you'll kill an Evolved Knight. When your opponent ends up dropping 8 elixir, you drop 6, and you take 500 damage. You have a counter-pushing Little Prince, and you also have the freaking little Guardian girl counter-pushing as well. So, like, massive positive elixir trade, massive outplay on our opponent's end. They played significantly better than me there. Very, very good play. All right, we'll keep playing some other games. We'll play like 1 or 2 more. Probably 1 more. This will be the last win of the day, I think. All right, all right. We're not playing Evo Archers. They're awful unless you have other bait cards, and you have Mega Knight with no other bait cards, so don't run that. Jeremy, you got to switch out the Evo Archers, my guy. They die to arrows. Just, they're not playable. Unless you split them up in the back every time, but they're just not good. Evo Archers? Nah, I can't play it. You should play the Tri-Wizard deck for the trolls. I mean, the Tri-Wizard deck is fun, man. We can go back to playing my favorite deck of the day. If I still have it in my battle log, I'm down to play it. The most fun deck. Where was it? I'm down to end the day with the most fun deck of the day. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Oh, man. Please. This one. I will share it. This was definitely the most fun deck out of all of the decks that we played. Like, by far, the most fun deck. So, huge, 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 huge shout out to the creator think I talked or I said his name at the start, but yeah, so fun. Fact that you have 3 wizards and then you get to spam like spells and stuff. It's not optimal. You should have a giant instead of the rage, or you should have like the zap here and then like another evolution and then run giant. But since there is no giant, it's like more troll, but it's so fun. The Try Witch deck is dope. This is really, really cool. We're gonna go back to this deck. I do think Smurfblade won. He got an 8.5. It was definitely the best deck of the day. I think the Pekka deck. And we'll show that as well, so you guys can copy that and play that if you want. Would really recommend to play the best deck of the day. If you guys want to get better at Clash Royale, that deck is very strong. Feel free to if you want to. Give you a lot of free wins if you learn how to play it. The Smurfblade Lumberjack deck with Pekka was interesting and unique and fun. It was definitely the best deck out of the ones that we showcased today. What is the Firecracker doing? He's gonna die, right? And then we get we didn't know it was better to do that because we get damage on the tower too, so might as well just do that. Hey. Let's rage it up. Is he just dead? There's no way he just loses, right? Oh my goodness. Bro, people can't counter this. This is actually hilarious. There's no way. My guy. You built a deck that's so dumb that it dumbfounds everyone. The triple witch deck is beating people that are ranked in Clash Royale. Like, truthfully, this is like not a very high rank, right? Like, these people are not that great at the game. But, like, it's still funny, right? Like, we're screwing around with a lot of other decks, and this is just like steamrolling people that have Dagger Duchess. It's really funny. Like, I thoroughly have enjoyed the fact that this deck beats up on everyone that doesn't know how to play the game with Dagger Duchess. Anyone that's just randomly running Dagger Duchess, and they don't understand, like, oh, wait, Witch is a massive threat. They overcommit, they just lose. It's really funny how, like, yeah, if people suboptimally try to defend, they just instantly lose against this deck. Kind of crazy how chaotic it is. I totally vibe with it, though. I'm here for it, man. Rage it. Let's go for the Night Witch Rage. And then get some damage with the skeletons. And does he lose another tower? Oh, he lost another tower. That's insane. This is actually crazy. All right, wait. We got to go and check while we're playing this. We'll see who created the deck. Because, like, really, this was way too funny. Oh, wait. We can just delete this with the Void. Pretty sure. It dies, right? You can just Void on the RG and it doesn't do any damage. Kind of a fun concept as well. I enjoy that a lot. You can just Void on the RG. Alright, we'll go Skeleton King here so then we can kill the Firecracker. Activating King Tower isn't that big of a deal, but bye. Alright, we want to go in for a Witch on the other side, ideally. Alright, spawning Skeletons. Void here. Evo Skellies here. Skeleton King in the middle. Solve the riddle. Start spamming like a savage. Go for a Zapparino. We're going to clean up a second tower. Easy. I wasn't even close, man. Yeah, this is a really fun deck. Like, I actually am shocked that this worked. So, Gabriel Wrangle. You did one of the earlier donos. I'm actually going to heart it. Thank you so much, dude. This is, like, one of the more fun decks that we played. Smurfblade, one of the free-to-play ones, was one of the better ones. But out of all the pay-to-win ones, the ones that donated, Gabriel's was by far the best. Thank you so much for this. It was really fun. Like, I don't know if it's the best deck. There were some giant decks that people suggested that were better than this. But, like, this was the most fun deck out of all the unorthodox ones that found a way to work. Like, I looked at it, I was like, dude, there's no way this thing's going to work. This is awful. It has 3 witches, and it doesn't have any way to construct any bridge to our opponent's tower, right? We're going to get rolled if they go and spam some executioners or whatever, but you can do split lane pressure. You can overwhelm with the Witch, so then the Dagger Duchess is depleted. You can overwhelm with the Night Witch. I think the Mother Witch is kind of useless in the deck. If you really want to remove one of them, I think, honestly, remove the Mother Witch. It's kind of meh, kind of mid. Put in Giant instead of Mother Witch, maybe. But then you lose the trifecta of the witches. I don't know. Maybe the moral support of the sister helps out the other ones. But yeah, the best deck today was Smurfblades. I'll just show his profile again. You guys can all copy it off of him. Phenomenal player. And also just, you know, one of the GOATs. This guy is really, really good. He suggested a deck today, and his ranks speak for themselves. But this is the deck that he suggested. I would really recommend you guys to play this if you want a brand new deck that's unique. It's awesome. Yeah. I'll see you guys later. Check out the pinned comment if you haven't already. There's going to be another video for y'all to watch if you guys haven't already seen it. There's an Elixir Golem deck that is so broken. It is really, 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 really broken. So check out the Elixir Golem video and the pinned comment. If you're dumb or bad at the game, you can probably win with that deck if you play semi-competently. So have fun with that, and I'll see you guys later. Have an amazing rest of your day, and peace, love, and positivity. No matter when or where you're watching, I hope you have an epic one. Like this video if you want to see more content of me reviewing your guys' decks in the future. And also subscribe, because the subscriptions allow you guys to get notified when I go live. If you get notified when I go live on these live streams, the first few people in the comments, the first few people that say their decks are always played every time without exceptions. You guys could say all spells. You could say all 1 Elixir cards, and I would play it. So I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, and positivity. Thank you for being here. Love y'all.